We are here, Nationers. We are here. We are here. Let me get some music because I feel like it's kind of lonely without the music. Perfect. Yeah, that music should be. Oh, it might actually be super quiet. I feel like I even barely hear it. Yeah, maybe that'll be okay. Maybe. Check it out. Nonetheless, Nationers, it is so great to see you in here. Welcome back to another week of the Raiders games. We also need to put in the poll in chat. Who wins today's game? Let's see. Who wins today's game? Let's find out, Nationers. I'm going to put a poll up on the YouTube channel. Raiders versus Broncos, which I think will be really fun at YouTube TV. I wonder if there is, what is it? I wonder if there is a few games. There should be a game. Should be a few games to finish off here. Oh yeah, I can't watch multi-view on here, so I guess I kind of got to watch them through the previews that they have going on. But 8-8 Broncos 769-3. That's so funny. Wow, what? How did the Bills just randomly? What the heck? The Bills just went off. The Titans are also going off right now. Oh my God, Tyler Shuck just scored. What the heck, man? By the way, Ray, who is we? Because I'm not entirely too sure what team you might be looking at. But nonetheless, I'm just watching some of the games right now. Seattle just score again? No, they didn't. Maybe they just turned over the ball again. But it's man, it's a madhouse. The Buffalo Bills just won, or they didn't win. They're up by 4 right now. The Saints, I predicted that they would have an upset against this Tampa Bay. A lot of close games. I mean, we're looking at a 4-point game in Tampa Bay and the Saints. We have a 5-point game between the Steelers and Ravens. A 4-point game between the Bills and the Cincinnati. So it's crazy. By the way, Night Hunt, what is good? And yes, Ray. There, I mean, mind you, there might be that small chance, especially given that.
No, period.
Yeah. What happened on Thursday Night Football? Maybe that was just a fluke. You know what I mean? Maybe that was just a fluke in a way. It's hard to necessarily know. And divisional matchups are always so interesting. I mean, look at it. You're looking at the Saints. You're looking at the Saints potentially beating the Bucs. You're just like, you would have never drew that up, especially going into week 14. But these divisional matchups, they can really get dicey. I mean, the Steelers are actually playing good this week, like they have not for the past 2 weeks. So very interesting. By the way, Aries, welcome in, Aries. I want to get us a QB. Yeah, it's, I mean, we talk about the draft every week, given that the Raiders typically are in contention for a high draft pick. Do I think that they get the first overall pick? It could be possible. Well, technically, here's the thing. It's not going to be possible unless Tennessee wins 2 games, because we beat Tennessee this year. Now, I don't know how that changes draft-wise. I mean, it makes sense in terms of, like, playoffs. Like, we beat them, so we're the team that goes in, and they're the team that doesn't. So I think that would work the same in the draft process, because right now, the Titans are up. The Titans are up, guys. So, Zayden, what is good? Welcome into the stream. How are you doing today? Great to see you in here. Nationers, I also want to let you guys know we are also live on YouTube on Jared Hathaway Plus. If you guys aren't already, make sure to go check out that channel. We have a oh yeah, I could get a vertical stream here. So interesting. Can I change the vertical stream by chance? So interesting, because it has a score, but it's like not the score. It's just a vertical scene. Can I change the settings of that? Can I change the dual screen that you're giving me here? By the way, Aries, thank you so much for that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realist community on the internet. Great to see you in here. Buffalo Bills, they're celebrating in the snow right now. Or at least that was after the... Oh my God! What just happened? Hold on, we need to watch this Bills game, guys. We need to watch this Bills game.
You want to win these kind of games? You've said it a couple
What the
times.
fuck
this
just
like
happened? Oh my gosh. My friend's a Cincinnati Bengals fan. I might not ever get to talk to him again. By the way, Mario, what is good? How are you doing today? Great to see you in here. What just happened? Did they get... I need to know what happened, guys. By the way, Nationers, today we are going to be giving play-by-play for the Raiders-Broncos game. What just happened in this Bills-Bengals game? What just happened? Scoring plays. Touchdown? How did they get the ball back? How did they get the ball back, though? I'm genuinely so confused. Oh, interception on play 1. Damn, Joe Burrow throws his second pick. I got him in fantasy. I'm okay, though. I mean, very rarely does Joe Burrow throw picks. But, yeah, that's not good to have 2 in one game. But nonetheless, Nationers, yeah, we will be giving play-by-play throughout the entire game. As a Jets fan, y'all better win. I appreciate that, Michael. It will not happen. You should have lost last week. I don't know. You had no business going in 24-24 tie ball game. No business. It was crazy. So I'm like, hey, I'm not going to complain. You move up in draft stock. You also need a quarterback, but decide to win some games. Hey, I'm not going to complain. But nonetheless, Nationers, Silas, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome to the nation. For real, we don't know how to tank. It's like Tyrod Taylor, goes out with a questionable injury. Brady Cook comes in. It's like, what do you want me to do? Hey, yes, Scott, it's going to be a good game. By the way, Anna C, thank you so much for that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realest community on the internet. Great to see you in here. Why am I watching the Bass Pro Shops Major League Fishing right now? That's so interesting. Okay. All right. Dylan, what is good? How are you doing today? Welcome in, Dylan. I think that's a welcome back, by the way. I'm also not really liking this. What is it? Can I, like, change the vertical screen? Because that vertical screen looks buns, dude, on YouTube. I mean, I don't really mind it, but it just kind of looks buns. I'm going to be completely honest. It does kind of look buns. That ball's going to get dropped. Chase Brown in the end zone. We're watching the Cincinnati Bengals Buffalo game, but that game might actually be over. Any close games? In the Pittsburgh Ravens game, Saints have the ball right now. Let's see what's happening in the Steelers game. Gabs, what is good? Welcome back. By the way, I hope the Saints win too. I do too, by the way, Michael. Go Raiders, though. Let's go. I'm glad to hear that you're doing good. Jones, hope. I'm going to take all 5 of them. Hope, so nobody else can have it. But Trash for losing by 100. I mean, to be fair, we only lost by 3 last time. Is it 3 or 6? Broncos, Raiders. What was it last time? What was it last time? Yeah, 10-7. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because we missed it. Lamar Jackson stepping up into the pocket. Try not to take a sack. He is not going to take a sack. T. Higgins. Yeah, how is he doing? How is he doing today, by the way? Don the Spider. The Spider. Donovan Mitchell, baby. But Gabs, I'm doing good. How are you doing today? How are you? I'm feeling good. Feeling rejuvenated, Nationers. Feeling great. It's gonna be a good game. Gonna be a fun time getting to do some play-by-play. Dejan, what is gonna welcome back? How are you doing today? Touchdown, one-handed catch? Did I just move the game over and they scored? Oh my God. How did I just switched the game over and they scored. Oh, Joe Burrow fumbled. On a 2-point conversion. Oh man. That's rough. Is this Joe Burrow's first snow game? I can't remember a time that Joe Burrow's played a snow game before. Yeah, exactly. Giants and Titans, they don't necessarily need a quarterback, but who knows? Maybe they draft a quarterback. You know, you never know what could happen. But, you know, obviously the Saints, you're like, okay, maybe they don't need a quarterback, but then you're also looking at the Jets. They're up ahead of us now. By the way, Mo Jello, we are going to be doing play-by-play, by the way. Just play-by-play. Won't be showing the game. Waiting for this Raiders game to come on. And mind you, DJ, I don't think that they're getting a quarterback either. I don't think they're drafting a quarterback. Okay, TJ. Hence why I said you never know. Because what about let's say this. What about, mind you, drafting a quarterback first over, let's say it's Joe Burrow, right? The Titans draft Cam Ward last year. Joe Burrow's about to be a quarterback this year that's eligible for the draft. I think I would draft Joe Burrow. Because, mind you, he is better than Cam Ward. You would take the better guy. I don't think that the Titans are taking a quarterback. I think Cam Ward is still a very fine quarterback. That's coming from a Washington guy. Trading the pick to the Vikings for Jay Jetta. That's a bold prediction. Yeah, Seattle was down for a long time, Logan. They've definitely turned it on in the second half, though. Nation, I also need to get... I don't even care about this Bills-Bengals game anymore. Because, Nationers, we have the Raiders versus the Broncos. Both a record of 10-2, but just on different ends of the spectrum. The Broncos walking in at 10-2. The Raiders walking in at 2-10. Now, if you're the Raiders, Nationers, I'm telling you, this is a game that you probably want to lose. You know, you really don't want to win a whole lot of games today. We also have Charles Davis on the call, Andrew Catalan, and McCourty, one of the McCourty twins. So, yeah, I'm a Browns fan, and we are the team that is in jail for the quarterback. Shedeur had some... He had that one big touchdown to Jerry Jeudy today. I didn't really see anything other than that, though. Other than that, like, they were ahead, but I did not expect that to be like that for long. But but yes, go Broncos. Adrian. Cool, Adrian. Welcome in. Thank you, by the way. Cool. I appreciate that. Manny, what's good? How are you? Manny, how was the bye week, by the way? How are you enjoying the bye week? I don't know why the Titans are winning, bro. I want that first pick. I mean, the Titans... here's the thing. DJ, one of those teams have to win. It honestly should have been the Browns, right? Because they're already ahead of them, but... Yeah, who would you give it up to then? Would you give it up Tankathon? Let's see. Who would you give it up to if you won? Could give it up to the Giants. Could give it up to the Giants, but the thing is that the Saints might also beat they might also win. But Manny, you're snoozing. That's very fair. By the way, please win for us Pats fan. Nick, as much as I enjoy good football and, you know, a good upset, the chances of that happening, you know, it is an divisional matchup. Don't get me wrong. It is a very good divisional matchup. You know what I mean? So it's very possible. But that's going to be a difficult one. You have a lot of teams in front of you that also need a quarterback. That's a very rough one. You're kind of hoping that the Raiders... Well, here's the thing. It's not going to happen, Spida, because you beat the Raiders. It's not happening. I mean, granted, mind you, maybe we don't, maybe other teams don't, right? But let's say the Raiders are going to draft a quarterback. They're probably going to draft him. The thing is that if we have the same record, you hold a tiebreaker against us. You know what I mean? And so you guys will always be behind us in the draft, regardless, other than if you guys trade or anything. But I don't know how you guys' picks look after the Deshaun Watson trade. I don't know if they kind of come into fruition here. See, that's also pretty rough, by the way, Michael. I think they're going to really see how Tyler Shuck goes. That's the hard part, Michael, because they did draft a first-round quarterback in Tyler Shuck last year, so it's really difficult. Hey, Trey King, coolest Raiders fan, Broncos fan here. Thanks, brother. Hey, you're very welcome, Trey King. Thank you so much for the kind words, by the way. We got a good game ahead of us, man. It's going to be exciting to see. Always a good divisional matchup. We're playing in Allegiant Stadium. The Raiders have had the worst home record of like ever, it feels like. But yeah, nonetheless, thank you so much, Trey. And Manny, a very good bye week. Very nice. I love that for you. Love that for you. But yeah, if we don't get Fernando, we can draft Carnell Tate for more wide receiver help. That's fair. I still have no idea what you guys are going to do with Deshaun Watson. The hard part is you dump him, you're dumping a $54 million contract, and it's just going to be dead money. So it's like, might as well have him play. I know his practice window opened up. Like, maybe he comes in for like the last game of the season. I don't know. But do they believe in Tyler Shuck? That's not a decision that I can make. Do they believe in him? I don't know. He's been a lot better than I think. I think the general football population would have given him credit for. I mean, Spencer Rattler was playing out of his mind for a few weeks. Mind you, it's just that he plays for the Saints, so nobody really cared. And then the other side of it is you're looking at, okay, you got a first-round draft pick that's just sitting on your bench. You give him some play time. He's done pretty well. I mean, mind you, not enough to get wins, but I don't think that Saints team, regardless, is not winning much. Other than if you have like the craziest quarterback of all time. But here we go, Nationers. We got a game on us here, Nationers. We got a nice little game for us. Daniel Carlson set to kick off to the Denver Broncos. Don't exactly know if they, received or if they deferred, but nonetheless, Marvin Mims back there. He's been back after a few weeks of injury. Daniel Carlson set to kick this one back. Going to be kicking it to Marvin Mims on the dribble. Caught at the 5-yard line. Taking it to the left, and Marvin Mims is going to be down at the 18-yard line. Dylan Laube, that white boy, nice. He is in on the tackle. Another one of our return guys. If you guys have been watching my Raiders rebuild that I've been doing for the past 13, now 14 weeks of the NFL season, Dylan Laube, we unfortunately did have to cut. But yeah, Jeremiah Love, yeah, I mean, honestly, I would probably go for a crazy running back, Michael. Buddy Ravel, thank you so much for hitting the follow button. Much love out to you. Great to see you in here. So with that being said, 1st and 10. Bo Nix, 2 receivers out to his right, tight end and running back in the backfield here. Cortland Sutton, flip out pass to RJ Harvey. He passes the tight end. The tight end's like, where is he? Realizes that he's in his peripheral and speeds up. Anywho, he kind of looks like Chet Holmgren running. But nonetheless, Nationers, here we go. Now, they're showing a stat here. Bo Nix is the 3rd Broncos quarterback behind John Elway and Peyton Manning to have a 9-game win streak. Could be 10 here. Obviously started off with a 1-2 record. And now, Bo Nix in shotgun again. Spread offense. 3 receivers out to his left, 2 to his right. RJ Harvey is in the game. He's spread out all the way past the numbers. Here they go at the 30. Bo Nix in shotgun. Snaps it. Looking left. Finds Cortland Sutton on a curl route. He's going to get 7 yards on 1st down. By the way, Jay, just give him play-by-play, by the way. And Laser, just give him play-by-play. Unfortunately, I couldn't show the game even if I wanted to. This is what the game looks like, so. Fortunately not. So, with that being said, yeah, they are without J.K. Dobbins right now. He went out after a hip drop tackle that did not get called. He got put on IR and then just eventually out for the season. I don't exactly know what that looks like maybe for the playoffs. I mean, they ruled him out. I mean, they have to rule him out every game. But Battier, he's going to get the call here on 2nd down. He gets a gain of 0. So, Saints just won. Let's go! You guys don't have your play-by-play, by the way. I mean, you have my play-by-play. You just don't have the actual play-by-play. Saints, wow. Were the Tampa Bay Vikings, by the way, were they driving? And then did Baker pick it? That would be the only thing that makes sense here. By the way, rest in peace, Daniel Jones, man. He went out with an Achilles tear. He was fighting through a lot of injury. Goes out with Achilles tear. Anywho, 3rd and 2. Bo Nix flip pass to RJ Harvey. And oh my God! I don't know how RJ Harvey. Wow. That was a crazy tackle. I was about to, or a crazy breaking of the tackle. RJ Harvey. Oh my God. So Jamal Adams comes in from the Sam position. And somehow RJ Harvey is like the tiniest dude on the field. He doesn't even do anything. He just puts his hand on the ground and stays up as Jamal can't wrap the arms. Anywho, that's a 1st down for the Broncos. Imposing their will on midfield here. 1st and 10. Bo Nix under center. Runs to left. Play action in the flat. It's going to be Troy Franklin with a gain of 5. Oh my gosh. I think that's a woman. Maybe a dude with long hair. Yeah, a woman just tending to Broncos players just got absolutely walloped on the sideline. But yes, Nation, we are not showing the game, by the way, Captain. Thank you so much for letting them know. And that's crazy that the Saints won. I told you guys that the Saints might win. Should have put money on it, man. Anywho, yeah, Tennessee's up. We have some crazy games in that afternoon slate, by the way. We have some crazy games. We're going to have the, obviously the Rams, Arizona. We have Chicago, Green Bay. We have some crazy games going on this weekend. This 1 o'clock game. Then we have Houston and the Chiefs tonight. Wow. Who plays Monday? Who plays Monday? Who plays Monday? Show me who plays Monday. Philadelphia and Chargers. That's right. That's right. So, with that being said, Lib Kentucky, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realest community on the internet. Nationers, the series history since 2020, the Raiders are 8-0, but the Broncos have won the last 3 matchups against the Raiders here. They won. They swept us last year, won one this year. They could win another this year. So, let's see what happens here on 2nd and 5. Bo Nix under center. Who's number 33 on their team? Let's find out. It's play action. Deep drop back into the flat route for number 38. I don't recognize that number. Oh, yeah, that's McLaughlin. Of course, that's McLaughlin. That's who I thought it was. But Jaleel McLaughlin, he gets the catch in the flat route. By the way, Eagle Gorilla, thank you so much for that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realest community on the internet. Great to see you in here. On top of that, Bo Nix, he's looking to the flat route, looking to the boundaries a lot so far. They're probably going to find something across the middle here, especially for Cortland Sutton, based on his alignment here. So, 10 straight games without opening drive touchdown, 3rd longest in NFL. That's actually crazy. So, Bo Nix, spread offense, 3 receivers out to his right, 2 to his left. Steps up into the pocket. He's going to take a sack at midfield by number 97, Tonka Hemingway and Max Crosby. I think Tonka was actually the full sack. I think he will be credited with the full sack there. But, not much pressure there. Just a good rip. Garrett Boyles, he gets beat. Well, he doesn't really get beat. It's just that Bo Nix stepped up into the pocket and the linemen have no idea where he's at. By the way, Mexican Jew, what is good? Great to see you back in here for the 3rd week. Welcome back. 2-11 does sound nice. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. 2nd and 13. Here we go. Bo Nix, 2x2 offense. Looking left. Finding Cortland Sutton right at the sticks. He's going to get a first down inbounds at the 32-yard line. Taylor, what is good? How are you doing today? What's good, brother? Welcome back. Bo Nix. He looks left quite a lot. He found, yeah, they had a nice little level. So they had Cortland Sutton on a 10-yard out. They had the tight end, number 82, Adam Troutman on a 2-yard out. It would be very interesting to see how they use Evan Ingram. It's going to be very interesting. Oh, but Taylor, I'm a great Broncos fan here. Very nice. Very nice. The drive is looking good so far. Bo Nix under center. A lot more condensed set here. 2 receivers out to his right. Run up the middle for RJ Harvey. He's going to bust open. Oh, man. But Lonnie Johnson, our free safety back from IR from a hamstring injury, he gets a touchdown saving tackle right in the red zone here. Lonnie Johnson. Oh, my gosh. What a good tackle by him. But, man, that was, that could have just been an easy touchdown. Walk in. Easy touchdown. But, yeah. RJ Harvey's at a UCF? Why did I think he was always out of UNC? That's Amari in Hampton, right? Unless it just said he started it at UCF. Because I swear he's at a USC. I swear he is. Anywho, low snap. Bo Nix had to find it at his ankles. RJ Harvey out at the numbers. Oh, he actually did play for UCF. Who was the 2024 UNC running backs? Why I always think RJ Harvey. Davion Gauss. Why did I think RJ Harvey played for UNC? Why did I think that, Nationers? Anywho, the Raiders move ahead of the New Orleans Saints in terms of the what is it called? What is it called? Anywho, 2nd and 10. Bo Nix under center. Out to McLaughlin here. He's going to cut back. It's tangled up. There's a flag on the play, Nationers here. So, yeah. Hey, what is good, Elijah? Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, in terms of the draft. Yes, thank you. Thank you. By the way, Bob Psycho, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Giants are on a bye. Panthers are on a bye. They got some late buys. Like, week 14 buys just don't sit right with me. Like, they feel so weird. But the good thing is that the Titans and the Giants really don't need a quarterback, at least in theory. I mean, mind you, the Saints were the one team that I was like, oh, that's a little iffy with. But, Nationers, good news. The Jets and the Saints play later. What is it? They play later this season. I think a week 17. So that's going to be a really fun game. Elijah, my day's going well. How is yours? By the way, Meep, welcome in. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. I formation for Bo Nix. Runs to the left for number 28. That is going to be Tyler Battier. I love saying Battier. I don't know what it is. So we have number 12. We got number 23. No, 28 and also number 38. Okay, I can remember that. 12, 28, 38. Hey, Drewbert, what is good? How are you doing today, Drewbert? Welcome back into another live stream, my guy. How have you been? How was your week? Nationers, here we go. First and goal for the Broncos. They get a first down there. Looks like Crom. I don't recognize Crom on their line. Maybe I could be wrong. They just showed him for some reason. I don't remember any Goldilocks on the line. Anywho, under center, RJ Harvey, stretch right run. Stretch run to the right is probably how I should call it. However, it's going to go for a 2-yard run. Knight Rider, what is good? Sanders got his first rushing touchdown. Very nice. A game's still in reach, too. You need a score and a 2-point conversion, but good for him. Oh, but they're going to milk so much clock here. What is it? 2nd and 10? They're probably going to run a lot of clock. Tony Pollard, 161 yards. How is Sanders the leading rusher? Sanders the leading rusher at 29 yards. Would they have no run game against the Titans line? God damn. Anywho, Bo Nix in shotgun, trips right formation, single receiver to the right. RJ Harvey in the game. 2nd and 10. Bo Nix rolls out to the right. He's going to take this. Oh, take it on your feet, Bo. What are you doing, big dog? Runs out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. Just run that, Bo. That's crazy. He's only like 29 yards is leading. Oh my gosh. By the way, 3D, what is good? Welcome in. But yeah, Eli, I mean, he's thrown for 300 yards, which makes a lot of sense if you don't have a freaking run game, but 17 to 35, it's not bad, man. I know he had that really long touchdown to Jerry Jeudy. I don't know if he's had any other long plays, of course, but they got Black Deadpool in the crowd. That's kind of a cool skin. It's kind of like not skin. It's not Fortnite, but you know what I mean. 2x2 set. 11 personnel, 1 tight end, 1 running back, and it looks like there's going to be delay a game call. Okay, they're just going to call it. About to be 11 and 12. Yes, Scrubs. I predict that probably will happen, but here we are. But yes, been on a cruise. Tell you about it later. Yes, sounds good, Drewbert. That's awesome. Glad that you made it back safe. Hopefully things go well. You know, acclimating back to non-cruise life, of course. But here we go. 3rd and goal. Oh, Nationers, you guys have not been able to see the play-by-play here because I did not change the URL. It's my bad, Nationers. My apologies. I got to do better. Nationers. I forgot to do that. I pulled up the play-by-play. Anywho, 3rd and goal, spread formation, 3x2 set. Run up the middle. This is a Dak Prescott special. Bo Nix finally takes it on his feet. He gets the touchdown. Mind you, I'm a Raiders fan, but play design. Interesting play design. Thomas Booker couldn't get there. Just hands on hands on hands. But I told you it was a Dak Prescott special. You guys know, way back when they had 13 seconds, I believe, and they just run Dak Prescott up the middle. Oh, yeah. It was very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. So, yeah, they put up 6. They're probably going to get 7. I need to remind myself that I always change the score once they make the extra point, but they do. Oh, well, that's not the score. Javier Garcia, what is good? Welcome in. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome to the nation, the realest community on the internet. Hope you are doing well. Great to see you in here, by the way. I don't know if that fades every time. I don't think that. What about if I put some broadcast? What does broadcast sound like? Hold on. I just want to see what broadcast sounds like. Our offense showed up to work today. They did. Finally, a scoring drive in your last 10 games. Finally. All right, just testing some of my presets that I have. I just want to test some of my presets. Okay. This is yeah, that one doesn't give my voice enough punch, I would say. I don't mind podcasts, but it does sound like a podcast. Broadcast actually does sound pretty cool. I'll use broadcast for the broadcast. Kind of cool. But good first drive by the Denver Broncos. They finally put up a touchdown. Let's see if they can put more than 10 points up in this outing against the Raiders again. But looking at some of the scores, Nationers, Baltimore has the ball. 4th and 2. And they get the first down. I don't know what the heck's going on, but they got the first down. Let me look up YouTube TV. Hate that I have to sign in every time. It's so annoying. But here we are. I want to see how this Baltimore Ravens game is going against the Steelers. Let me just see how this one's going. Like Tony Romo on the call on this one? Probably. I'd bet my money on it. Anywho, with that being said, Cleveland has the ball back with 2 minutes left. They could go down and score. They're at midfield right now. They could go down and score. And what they could do is also get a 2-point conversion. The Jacksonville Jaguars win. Daniel Jones out for most of that game with an Achilles tear. Miami wins. The Saints win. The Vikings blow out Washington. That was kind of crazy. Ravens got the ball at the 38-yard line right now. 17 seconds, 16 seconds. Hey, Akon, 10, Aiko, AI content user. That's your name. 11-2, it's coming up, man. It probably will happen. LXR, what is good? Great to see you in here. How are you doing today? And Taylor, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realist community on the internet. With that being said, nationers, with that being said, yeah, Buffalo wins in a stunner. That game was crazy. They scored like 40 points in the fourth quarter. It was nuts. 2nd and 10 for these Ravens right now. I'm looking at the Ravens. Oh, the Steelers took a timeout. Okay. Steelers took a timeout here. Just looking at the Steelers-Ravens game because that's really the only other game on as of right now, other than the Tennessee Titans game. We're watching multiple games here, though. By the way, 14 play. That was a 14-play drive. It did not feel like a 14-play drive. Nationers, here we go. Dylan Laube in on the return. He catches it right at the end line. He's going to be down at the 29-yard line. He's going to be down at the 29-yard line. And now, Nationers, let's see what happens for the Raiders offensive drive. They have another week under Greg Olson's offense after they got rid of Chip Kelly. They now have Greg Olson back as offensive coordinator, and I'm loving the black Deadpool in the crowd. I want the Raiders to lose out. It's very possible. The only game, obviously, being the Giants, would be the only iffy game, I would say, but understandable if we win or lose. I would prefer to lose that, to not be up there at 3 wins. Anywho, Geno Smith in shotgun. 3 wide receivers out to the left. Brock Bowers in motion. Geno looking right. Under pressure. Across the middle. For Ian Thomas, who is filling in for Michael Mayer, who is out with a concussion. Afunga in on the tackle. Mark Andrews gets 9 yards. 9 seconds left for that game. Ian Thomas right across the middle, too. Good confidence. Afunga, yeah, he got kind of tripped up. I wouldn't call that too, like, unsportsmanlike. He kind of got tripped up when he put his foot down. He was trying to put his foot down and put his foot right on Ian Thomas's ankles. So, Eli, what's good? Yes, the Broncos had a great first drive so far. Here they go. 1st and 10 under center. Pitch out to Ashton Jensen to the left. He's going to cut this one back. He's going to get about a gain of 3 or 4. All right. Oh, yeah. This game is over. Ravens game is over. Ravens game is over. The Steelers do win that one. A must-win game for them if they want to make a playoff push. Because mind you, they're like, oh, that's a rough one. But the Bengals also lost. The Ravens just lost today against the Steelers. So Steelers do control their destiny in the AFC North so far. Anywho, 2nd and 7 coming up after the 3-yard pitch run for Ashton Jensen. 3 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Lockett not in. Geno Smith under center. Play action. Ashton Jensen pass protection. Cross the middle. It's going to go for Trey Tucker down at the Broncos 42-yard line. Okay. Little 3-play drive of Funga shaking up after the play. He heads to the sideline real quick, it looks like. No, he's going to go back out on there. But yeah, a lot of attention to Brock Bowers there. Trey Tucker and Geno Smith finally connecting after a few missed calls. Trey Tucker, one of our good draft picks. Ashton Jensen out wide. Spread offense here. 2x3 sets. Geno Smith in shotgun. Looking across the middle. He's going to find Ashton Jensen. Oh, okay. Ashton Jensen way out wide on the far side of the field. He's going to get about 6 yards here. 2nd down coming up. Ashton Jensen receiving. Interesting. I like him more of as a receiving back than like having him out wide to catch a ball, but I get it. The play calling has been wildly different this week so far than it has been past weeks. Pat Surtain making his return after a few week absence. Jack Betch still in the game. Brock Bowers motioning across the formation. Ian Thomas run up the middle for Ashton Genty. And it's the Raiders are known for the black hole that it is. The black hole is the offensive line. That's what it is. Any run play is just like all the players that's just converge into one giant football player unit. That's what the black hole is nowadays. So with that being said, they're looking at some of the key matchups. Now, Brock Bowers had a season low with 31 reception yards in that Week 10 matchup against Denver. Now, the Broncos defense have only allowed 91.6 receiving yards per game in the last 6 games. It's kind of crazy. 3rd and 3 here. See how the Raiders respond, how they can get out of this 3rd down situation. 3rd and 3. Bit of a false start. Geno Smith looking left. Take it on your feet. He finds Ian Thomas breaking away after blocking. He's going to get a 1st down at the 30. That probably would have been a sack any other week, but luckily, 1 out of 100 times you're going to find and get the right play. But you want to minimize how many times the bad things happen. You want to maximize how many times the good things happen. Had plenty of protection. Ian Thomas still in there as he was blocking. Finds him. Gets the 1st down at the 30-yard line. Hey, what is good night, Hunt? I'm back at a concert I had to attend. Very nice. How was the concert? 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the 30-yard line. Moving in. We have not had a really good opening drive in a very long time. I think our last opening drive touchdown was against the Patriots in week 1. But 1st and 10, run to the right for Ashton Genty. Cuts this one back. He's going to find a little bit of space. He's going to slide across the man, and he's going to get about 7 or 8 yards. Oh my God, the Cleveland Browns just scored, Nationers. The Cleveland Browns just scored. Big. Honestly, I kind of prefer the Browns to win this. Over anything. They need to go for 2, though.
To Harold Fannin that didn't work.
And I think they failed the conversion. Oh, they did the freaking Wildcat play that they did against us. They did this Wildcat play. Oh, Judkins, you absolutely sold, dude. Run up the middle for Ashton Genty. He's going to get the 1st down. Another 4-yard gain. Oh, man. Kind of wanted the Browns to win that one because, the Titans aren't drafting a quarterback. But it at least moves the Browns, further away from us. Mind you, we'd have to lose. We'd have to win 2 more games and them not win 1. Geico, thank you so much for that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the rest of me on the internet. Geno Smith in shotgun. Spread offense here. Empty set. 1st and 10 finds Ashton Genty. Nick Benito gets his ankles broken. Geno connecting with Ashton Genty again in the flat. He's going to get about 4 yards. Eli, thank you so much for that follow button. Welcome in, nation. I would love to know because we're about to end the first potentially here. I would love to know, Nationers. What do you think the score is going to be for this game? Now, Nationers, the Raiders have not scored yet. They are nearing the red zone here. Technically, they are in the red zone now. But I'd love to know what you think the score is going to be by the end of this game here in about 2.5 hours. Geno Smith in shotgun, 2nd and 6. Motioning Tyler Lockett across the formation. 2-by-2 set. Geno Smith notices that it's zone. Looking for Ashton Genty in the flat. No, he doesn't. He goes deep. And he finds Brock Bowers! Heck yeah, baby! He finds him. He connects with him. He gets the touchdown, Nationers. Oh, man, that's not be a good team at week 14. But all the potential that I thought we had showed up late. Watch us put up 45 points, Nationers. Watch us put up 45 points. We haven't put up more than 24 points. Yeah, I saw DJ. I saw the 2-point conversion that kind of did not go well. 39 minutes. BBTD. And now, Nation, we need to change that score because the Raiders scored, Nationers. So would you look at that? Brock Bowers, tight end out of Georgia. He finds the end zone right at the pylon, too. On a little corner route, excuse me. So very nice there. With that being said, Nationers, pretty rocking. But yeah, Tennessee win incoming, man. That Quinshot Judkins, they ran that play 2 times to get a touchdown for Quinshot Judkins, where they do wildcat and they have, a tight end to the right, tight end as a running back to the right. And yeah, I was surprised they actually went as wide as they did, but it makes sense. Also, doesn't make sense why they call that play, given that the running game for the Browns was like non-existent today. My love. It's 6-7. Let's see here, Nation. We are in game break, but yeah, the Titans coming out with that win is interesting. The Commanders are officially eliminated, by the way, Nation. They are officially eliminated from playoff contention, unfortunately. Flex start Devontae Smith or Kareem Hunt. I would probably do Devontae Smith, given that Kareem Hunt's going against the Houston defense. That would be my thought process immediately, if that makes sense. That would be my thought process, but yeah, that would be something that I would give it. Yeah, I got you, Fat Lee Apparel. But yeah, Xander, welcome back, by the way. Broncos game off to a strong start so far. 213 people in here. Thank you guys again so much for watching the live stream. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the little play-by-play that we got going on here while we're in game break. Looking at Tankathon, the Titans, Tennessee winning actually puts the Raiders tied with them. Technically, it's 2-11, but the Raiders, if they lose, are also at 2-11. So that will be pretty fun to see how that formally goes out. But yes, Marv, what is good? Great to see you in here. I mean, first and foremost, Marv, you also gotta beat the Eagles, which we actually play next week. So yeah, offense seems so good. We need defense needs to step up. Yeah, I also think the Raiders threw a lot of different plays in there that maybe weren't on film, over the past 13 weeks, if that makes sense. So it's understandable. It definitely, what always concerns me is how do they respond? That's going to be the biggest thing. That's 100% going to be the biggest thing. How do they respond, next drive once the Raiders are out there? Like the run game for the Raiders was, I mean, mind you, it was marginally better. Wasn't crazy better, but yeah. Here we go. Marvin Mims, he's going to return this one to the 34-yard line for the Broncos. There is a flag on the play, which is not good, especially if it's a spot foul. Let me open my window. It is hot in here, Nationers. I'm wearing a crew neck, Nationers. Wearing a crew neck. But flag on the play here. Heath, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realest community on the internet. Holding on the return team. It's going to be a spot foul, so obviously a negative 10-yard penalty. Chris Abrams drain, a cornerback who I have not seen get any playtime. Andrew Ferraro, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome in. We also have the Walter Payton Man of the Year, Garrett Boyles, the starting left tackle, and Max Crosby for the Raiders. Max Crosby, y'all better show out. Y'all better show out, man. Good for Max Crosby, man. I know he's obviously been through a lot in life, through alcoholism and through his sobriety, and I know that's meant a lot to him. So it's really awesome to see him give back to this community in Las Vegas and the kids, in the community. So with that being said, 1st and 10 for Bo Nix in I formation. Tight into the left side of the formation. Roll out, bootleg to the left. He finds a wide open Humphreys. I don't even have him on my list. Who is this? Who are you? Who is Humphreys? I don't know who. Lil Jordan Humphrey. His name is Lil Jordan Humphrey. What a name. I gotta text my Raiders friend. Lil Jordan Humphrey. Crazy. So with that being said, Brown American, my Raiders need to lose so we can get Mendoza. That's very true. I would agree. I still don't exactly know what the Raiders are going to do. I genuinely do not know. Like they're a very scary drafty team, but they have over the past handful of years got the best guy at a specific skill position, at running back, at tight end. It'll be very interesting to see. Again, there's a difference between what I believe they should do versus what they will do, and that's a scary world to be living in, if you know what I mean. So with that being said, a run up the middle, or excuse me, that was actually a run up the middle for RJ Harvey. Missed that play. 2nd and 4 here Three wide receivers out to the right. 1-by-3 set here. Bo Nix looking left. He finds a nice coverage, though. Pat Bryant, the rookie out of Illinois. But mind you, man, Pat Bryant also had a 40-yard gain, the only catch that he had of that game against the Raiders in Week 10 to set up the Broncos before half. So, very crazy game. Pat Bryant, the second. Mendoza's still in Indiana. By the way, Zach Mecca, yes, he does play for Indiana. Are you saying that he's not going to declare for the draft? Is that what you're saying? 1st and 10. Here's the thing. I think if you're Mendoza on the Indiana team, you're coming off a win from Ohio State. Maybe you go far in the playoffs. Maybe you win it. Your draft stock's higher than ever. 1st and 10. Bo Nix hands it off to RJ Harvey. He's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage by Alana Roberts and Adam Butler for a loss of 2. 2nd down coming up. Good job, Raiders line. Good job, Raiders defense. -3 yards, they mark it here. So, with that being said, crazy game last week for the Denver Broncos. And the, wow, crazy game. I say get Julian Sayin. You're for the Raiders to get Julian Sayin. I'd probably go for the best quarterback. Personally, usually the best quarterback typically does develop to be the best quarterback most of the time. Good chunk of the time, not every time, but I would not want to get Julian Sayin. And Kayubu Kelly is injured on the play. He's looking at his knee. He might be out with like an ACL tear. I'm not going to lie. He's got 3 picks on the season. Let's see what Kayubu Kelly. Yeah, he looks like he might be out with like an ACL injury, man. But I personally don't watch enough college football to actually know. I kind of go on the word, but as of now. But if I'm drafting a quarterback, I'll probably watch just like highlights of the year or something. That's the easiest way to watch like a bunch of game film without watching a bunch of games. So, with that being said, Kayubu Kelly is out with an injury. He looked like he went down with holding his knee. So I'm not too sure how severe. He was kind of clacking his ankles, which kind of indicates that this one hurts. It's not crazy, but it hurts. So I would not be surprised if he Kayubu Kelly is a cornerback for the Raiders. Picked him up in free agency from Washington. And he's been one of their starting cornerbacks. But I don't think he's one of our best cornerbacks to be playing. I'd prefer Darian Porter. Even Darnay Holmes technically isn't available today. Yeah, so he's got a knee injury. He was holding his left knee. I believe he was the one on the tackle. I believe that he probably tore his ACL. If not, it's just, it's going to depend on if they show a replay of him just like running up the sideline. But I think if he doesn't return, it's probably going to be a severe knee injury. I hope not. I know we had Daniel Jones go out earlier today with an Achilles tear. Jaden Daniels played for a bit and then didn't play for a bit. Like, what was going on there? Because, like, I was like, okay, he's playing. I was surprised Dan Quinn was like, yeah, we're going to go play Jaden Daniels. Like, what? We're going to go make a playoff push? Jaden Daniels. He re-injured his left elbow. And Zach Ertz also got injured, man. Yeah, it's that's not too good, man. Who's injured right now? Kayubu Kelly, cornerback for the Raiders. Cam, thank you so much for that follow button nation. It's a great time. If you guys haven't already, we're doing Raiders watch parties every single game for the Raiders season. We have 4 more weeks left. We have the Eagles, the Giants, Houston, then the Giants, and then the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 18 at home. So with that being said, make sure to hit that follow button to not miss out on any of the Raiders play-by-play games that I will be delivering every single week for the Raiders season. With that also being said, Bentley Asbari, thank you so much for that follow button. Welcome into the nation. Good chance for the rookie to go mind his presence, make his presence known. I think so too. Having Darian Porter in there, not like sharing minutes. You know what I mean? Like not sharing minutes. Because it's been one of those things that he's like played a few games and then like will come in for a few plays, especially when they have more of like a nickel set. So yeah, I would hope that he does actually kind of take his time. There's a bunch of Raiders guys around Caillou Bukele. I genuinely have no idea what happened. Like, everyone's there. It's not just like bring the card out. Let's just go say hi to our boy. Like, they are like looking. Gino looked good first drive. He's looked good a lot of drives, I will say, Canna. I said a lot of drives, maybe not opening drives, of course, but the drives that they have actually done good, maybe scored a touchdown of sorts. He's looked pretty good. Now, mind you, most of that to his bad success probably is most of the, not even probably, most of it is just a line. Like him having no time, receivers not getting open. Like, you could just watch every single play most of the time. Mind you, yeah, some of them are just bad plays, bad throws, throwing too late when the window's not open anymore. But yeah, a lot. The line has been very banged up with Colton Miller still out, Jackson Powers-Johnson still out. So there's still a lot of potential. Yeah. I mean, the one good play to Ian Thomas across the middle. He found Brock Bowers in the end zone. But yeah, he's the play calling looked a little different this time around, which I'm kind of happy about. But yeah, with that being said, Xander, I don't know if Jaden will come back next year, how he was playing in his rookie year. Are you saying that like he will still play for the Commanders but might not look as good as he did his rookie season? Is that what you're saying, Xander? But yeah, one of the big things I would say for this Raiders offense, especially in a game like this, is like, yeah, you have a new OC, you know, interim technically, like, do you just continue to call the same things for the next 4 weeks? You know, do you go try and win games? It's like, you're already eliminated from playoff contention. You could play spoiler for a lot of teams, but you have a really good draft pick right now. We just need a new line and maybe a good receiver as a veteran. I would like to try and get a veteran. I don't mind like Tyler Lockett being on the team again. The other side is, I don't necessarily think we need a new line, like a revamp of the line. Mind you, I'm talking Colton Miller and Jackson Powers-Johnson. 2 starters that are out. That is a very difficult situation to be in. Having your starting left tackle and your starting right guard technically should be a center out. That is a very rough thing to be in. Mind you, Caleb Rogers, your 3rd, 4th round draft pick, he did not play most of the season. He came back, 2 weeks ago, so he's getting playtime. He's splitting 50-50 playtime last week. 3rd and 8, big play for Bo Nix here. Steps up into the pocket, slings it. He finds Cortland Sutton past midfield down at the 43-yard line. They get the first down, but there is a flag. That boy Pappy, do you think it's going to be a close game? I think it'll be closer than most people will be expecting. It might be like a 21-17 game, but it also could be like a 24-14 game or 28-14 game. Holding defense going to be declined. The Broncos are going to take the first down at the 40-yard line. Darian Porter, of course, the rookie who just stepped in for Caillou Bukele, got to get his reps in here. Made a lot of mistakes, but I still have a lot of faith in Darian Porter. I do. But yeah. Here we go. 1st and 10. Bo Nix checks it down to Battier. Battier turns. He's going to get about 6 yards on 1st down. 2nd and short coming up. But yeah, Raiders have what it takes to win. Just got to get stops and score. Yeah, this game is definitely a game that you kind of really don't want to win. Like, I understand, like, the Raider way, first and foremost, right? Like, I understand that. But right now, you're sitting in a great position. All these other teams have been gracing you with amazing wins. Like, the Jets won last week. The Saints won this week. The Titans won this week. Like, the Titans would technically need to win again, but at least they got one of the 2. And so the Raiders very well could get the 1st overall draft pick. If the Giants beat them and the Tennessee Titans somehow get another win, we could get the 1st overall draft pick. You know what I mean? Yeah, and the games do not get any easier. When I was a 3rd down stop, Max Crosby and on the tackle for loss there. At least a tackle for, tackle for loss. I always love this man, McLaughlin, Jaleel. Max Crosby, the best tackle for loss edge rusher in the game. He's had a crazy streak over the last 4, now obviously going on 5. But 3rd and 6 coming up here, Nationers. But somehow the Raiders will beat the Texans and the Chiefs. Like, yeah, that's like, it would be crazy if they did. Be crazy if they did. But 3rd and 6 coming up here. Bo Nix in shotgun, 2x2 set. Battier in the game. Off his back foot. He's going to fight Cortland Sutton. No flag. There definitely should be a flag. Darren Porter definitely was like holding it. 4th and 6 coming up. Cortland Sutton mad that there's no call. Broncos sideline also upset that there was no call. Darren Porter guarding Cortland Sutton. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess they're both fighting. If Cortland Sutton's going to put his hands up and Darren Porter's going to put his hands up, I guess it's a no good call. I have faith in him too, that boy Pappy. I do too. He's definitely got it. Mind you, for a rookie, he's listened to his coaches pretty well because he's doing a lot of things coaches would tell guys to do. But I think also he's learning how to play the game right in that way. We have a 58-yard field goal coming up. Will Lutz? Sean Payton going to take this delay of game. Second delay of game penalty for them. But yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. First year, I'm with it. I'm absolutely with it. And I think part of that for me, that boy Pappy is, you know, he sees certain coverages. He drops back. Like they're probably telling him, hey, when you see the certain coverage, just drop back. You know, J.K. Scott back out there. That's not their punter. That's Jeremy Crawshaw. That's their punter. J.K. Scott plays for the Chargers. By the way, Xander, holy PI. Yeah, it's a tough one. I probably would have called it a PI. But if Cortland Sutton's going to put his hands on him and Darren Porter's going to put his hands on him, you let him play. Because either you just call both PIs offensive and defensive. That's the thing. If Cortland Sutton's going to put his hands up after 10 and Darren Porter's going to put his hands up, that's a tough call. But I would have called it a PI. The Panthers have a real shot at playoffs since the Bucks, so my happiness levels are at an all-time high. I'm telling you, Panthers very well could be a very good, NFC South divisional champion. That'd be kind of crazy. By the way, Mike, welcome in. But yeah, the Louis Bowie 7-7, yeah, 7-7 game. I mean, to be fair, it's only the second drive, so second drive. Well, technically the third drive, second drive for the Broncos. So, I mean, I guess you can laugh about that, but it is also the third drive of the entire game. So, Dizzy, Ovo, thank you so much for that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realest community on the internet. But yeah, Broncos just punt the ball away. But they do pin the Raiders at the 5-yard line. We need to lose user. Yes, we do. We do. I want my Raiders to beat the Broncos to shut the Broncos fans up. I could care less about what other fans think. I prefer what's in our best interest, and I hope that makes sense, that boy Pappy. Yeah, but every time Riley Moss turns around and doesn't touch the wide receiver, he gets called. Mind you, Xander, I'm in agreement. Riley Moss gets racially profiled probably, what is it? He gets racially profiled like every week. So, yeah, the other side of it is, again, it's not the same officiating crew. It's a hard thing to call when you don't have the same officiating crew every week. We have a chance for the first overall pick. If we lose, we do not, unfortunately, but it does increase our chances, user. In the league, I would probably agree. Other than Cooper DeJean, of course, but Hasu, that's kind of mean to say, not because of Jamarcus Russell, but yeah. Don't get me wrong, Moss has been balling, but so is Cooper DeJean, man. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, user, the one thing is that the Titans, we beat the Titans, so they're going to hold that tiebreaker regardless. The Giants, we're going to have to lose to in week 17. So we need both of those. We also need the Titans to win another game to be in front of us. So right now we have the Titans and the Giants. Those are the two teams right in front of us. Raiders have the 3rd overall pick as of right now. Mind you, both of those teams probably don't need a quarterback. But we beat the Titans already this season, so they are going to be ahead of us no matter what, unless they win another game. Which, again, they need to win 2, but we have a tie record. Let's say if we lose it, we're both at 2-11. The other side of it is the Giants. We have them as a Week 17 matchup. We would have to lose to them, jump up ahead against the Giants. We also need the Titans to win another game to get the 1st overall pick. So we need 2 wins for the Titans and the Giants, respectively. So with that being said, 1st and 10 play action. Geno Smith steps up into the pocket. Ashton Genty catches it in the end zone. He's going to take a tackle for loss behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of 1 on the play. By the way, Tropical Beans. They've been so bad for however long you've been alive. That's just simply not true, but that's okay. No, Tropical, I know that you might not try to be the diss. That's like kind of saying like no offense, but like what you do is like what you're saying. Like, it's like not to be rude, but like second 11. Well, you saying, by the way, here we go. 1x3 set. Oh, Jack Betch, not going to find it there. So, no. So here's the thing. Anthony Richardson, Super Bowl incoming. He's still out right now, unfortunately. But here's the thing, Tropical. Do you know what anything happened through like 2016 to like 2020, maybe up to like 2022 for like the Raiders? Yeah, they might have not been like a Super Bowl caliber team other than maybe 2016. But yeah, but to say that they haven't been good is crazy. It's absolutely crazy to say. PI on the Broncos, that's a soft call, I would say. Like that's like we haven't been like 3-12 like every season since like the turn of the century. Like that's insane. Oh my God, let's put this into perspective. I get that it's probably more of an exaggeration, but if you're gonna say that and say like not trying to diss, at least know what you're talking about. Run to the left for Ashton Genty. He's going to get about 5 yards on a stretch run to the left. But yeah, 2nd and 10 coming up. Here we go. They keep promoting this Nickelodeon slime time. I have not seen a single clip of it all season. Here they go. 2nd and 5. Showing Riley Moss for some reason. I don't know why they're showing him. But 2nd and 5 coming up. Brock Bowers in motion. 2 tight end sets to the left. 2 wide receivers out to the right. Ashton Genty chips onto Nick Bonito. And Geno Smith gets sacked. Now, mind you, in the first matchup earlier this season, the Denver Broncos got a lot of sacks on Geno Smith. So let's see how many sacks they could get on Geno this game alone. Yeah, I didn't get to see much of the PI call. Here's the thing. If it's one-sided, you call the PI. If they're both battling, you don't call anything. That's got to be the rule. Xander, I know that you're upset, but if Courtland Sutton, you have to be realistic. If Courtland Sutton is putting his hands into Darian Porter while Darian Porter is putting his hands into him after 10 yards and they're both battling, you cannot be upset that they did not call it. That's the thing. 3rd and 13, run up the middle for Ashton Genty. He's going to cut one back. There is a flag on the play. By the way, Wendy, what is good? Welcome in. How are you doing today? How is your Sunday going? Welcome in. I know, Xander, and you know, obviously not having, the similar call and actually getting the call on the defense is very difficult. There's an offsides on Nick Bonito, by the way. And also, JL Mario. Yo, Raiders, please win for the Jaguars. Have a chance at the 2nd seed. It's very true. I mean, it would they would increase their chances. Mind you, the Jaguars, they did win today, so good on them. But they would need to win another game, and the Broncos will lose another after this. So with that being said, 3rd and 8, they're going to replay the down here. Geno Smith in shotgun, Brock Bowers, Trey Tucker, and Tyler Lockett all set in trips left formation. Tyler Lockett in motion. Geno Smith, high snap, picks up the blitz. Geno Smith, no time. He rolls out, and he's going to take the sack. 4th down coming up. Raiders O-line not doing great there, but Raiders give up another sack. Franklin Myers in for his 2nd sack of the game. The orange and blue taking over Allegiant Stadium here on the Raiders' 2nd drive. Geno Smith, got to get rid of it, man. You have to get rid of it regardless, but I guess maybe not. I'm glad you're at least holding it. You know, I guess you're holding it. Here's the thing. I guess in that situation, it's 3rd and long. You're in your own territory anyways. Worst case scenario, you take a sack, you're putting it away. You know, you hold it a little bit longer. You maybe could get the ball out. I mean, I guess you're playing for like a fumble of sorts, but with that being said, Marvin Mims on the punt return. He breaks 2 tackles. Marvin Mims. Oh my gosh. AJ Cole gets rocked and Marvin Mims escapes Alcatraz. Oh my gosh. It's a touchdown. Oh my goodness. It's a touchdown. Marvin Mims, the best punt returner in the game. I'm telling you, I know a lot of people, punt returns don't mean anything. But Marvin Mims escapes Alcatraz and scores on the 50-yard punt return. I'm telling you, Marvin Mims is that dude at punt returner, man. Special teams still looking as it comes down. Like even firing our special teams unit, too. And that's 2 on the day 2. Oh, the Jets. Oh, the Jets had a return as well. That's kind of, the Jets also have like a crazy special teams. It actually blows my mind. Will Lutz with the extra point. They're going to go up 14-7 against the Raiders. And you know what? Defense did their job. They punted away Marvin Mims. That offense gets to rest. It's going to be one of these things. I know how a lot of these commentary and a lot of people, especially the commentary on the Broncos, they're the worst 8-2 team. They're the worst 10-2 team. I don't generally believe that. Here's my thoughts on that, especially with how this game is going so far, especially if it is just a defensive matchup and, they capitalize on a punt return here. Their special teams does well for them. They end up scoring a touchdown. Like, the offense hardly does anything. Like, maybe let's say if like Bo Nix throws for like 200, they get the win and they get out of there. A win is a win. It is not just an offensive thing. To be 10-2, it also takes special teams. It takes kickoff return. It takes punt returns. Like, again, special teams. When you get field goals out there, special teams. You also have offense, you have defense. It is a team effort. I could say that like the Houston Texans offense, it is buns. Like, it is just buns. Mind you, Davis Mills came in. He's played well. CJ Stroud is back. They haven't looked as good. But mind you, their defense is insane. They have a good record because of their defense. So, by the way, Wendy, thank you so much for stopping by. Much love out to you. I'll make sure to text you back after, once I get the moment. But I hope you're having a great Sunday. Hopefully, your lips doing all right, by the way. But Cam, Raiders! Much love out to you, Cam. Welcome back. Gribbs are the greatest fantasy first-round gamble I ever had. Yeah, he was taken. I had picked 6. He was taken. I had him last year. It was bad. Texans defense better than the Broncos. It's definitely better on paper. I guess statistically, it's like, turnover-wise, I've enjoyed the Houston Texans. I have them on fantasy, so I kind of know. But I also I got to give credit. If not, that's 1-2 right there. Jags maybe popping into that top 5. Maybe there's a few teams that I'm just not thinking of. But, yeah. Well, yeah, Gibbs is insane, dude. I think he's probably the leading, what is it? The leading guy? The leading fantasy points? I think so. That'd be my guess. Grayson, thank you so much for leaving some likes, Station. Can we get to 3,000 likes on the stream? I don't actually know how many likes we're at right now. When I saw it on my phone, we were at like 1.5. I feel like Raiders won't get any primetime games next year. It would be very difficult for me to find a good primetime game, other than maybe like a good divisional matchup if you draft a rookie quarterback or something like that. On the Cleveland game today, a Browns fan had a sign that said, "Do it for Mendoza." That's so funny. Except they won the game that they should not have won. They won against the Raiders, a game that they absolutely should have not won. But they won it. Here they go. Raheem Mostert in on the return. He's going to bring this one back to the 30-yard line. He runs right into the defender. Just absolutely runs right into him. Number 34, J.L. Skinner. Yeah, A.J. Cole, man. Oh, man. What a crazy, crazy play, man. Marvin Mims, salute. They were giving it into the commentary booth, man. We were so excited. Kendall, what is good? Welcome back. How is your weekend going today? On top of that, 1st and 10, Geno Smith in shotgun, condensed set. Ian Thomas in motion, left to right. Geno Smith, plenty of time. Little left side of the field slant for Trey Tucker. He's going to break a tackle. He's going to get 11. Ufunga in on the tackle. Abrams, Drain, the initial receiver, broke a tackle. Ufunga in to stop. Good 11-yard play. But again, this offense is back out there again, man. It's like they get no rest. The O-lines looked pretty mad that last drive. But Kendall, it is going good. How about you? I'm glad to hear, Kendall. I am doing well myself. Doing well. It's having a good day so far. Got some nice stuff. Me and my mom, we might go shopping and whatnot. I know. I think this is like a time that we just let the rookies pitch out to Ashton Genty. Plenty of blockers. And somehow none of those blocks actually manifest into anything. He gets 3 yards. But yeah, I want like Caleb Rogers to do well. I want Darian Porter. Jack Betch even. I want them to do well. find time. Darian Porter, I think I mentioned. I just want them to have a good time, like, in this back half of the season. There's not anything that they need. By the way, this is the Denver's first punt return for a touchdown since 2020. That's actually insane. I felt like, I guess maybe it also could be kick returns, but first punt return since 2020 against Carolina, way back when in December. 2nd and 7 coming up. Geno Smith in shotgun, 1-by-3 set. Jack Betch, a single receiver to his left. Ball started on the offense. Holy. Ashton Genty. Oh, it's a great play design. It is a fantastic play design. I love that play design because everyone, especially the edge rushers, are biting. He just throws a back ball, but yeah, I don't think Ashton Genty ran wide enough. Ashton Genty needs to run into the space. Mind you, that is a very difficult ball to find because if you run it in too narrow, you can't see behind you. But if you run it too far, at least you allow yourself to see the ball. So 3rd and 7 coming up. This one's got to go to Brock Bowers on a mesh route. It's going to be a play action bootleg to the right. They are blitzing that side. So Ashton Genty needs a chip block. Oh, Zach Allen almost in on the interception, but not going to be that. Man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, these Denver Broncos love to blitz on 3rd down. It's no different there. 4th and 7 coming up. Yeah, that was a crazy. Yeah, they just let the house come, man. They let the house come. This was a little screen pass. Ashton Genty just couldn't get open. He got hit and then ran right into Zach Allen because of the hit. So pretty rough second drive or 3rd drive now. Oh, man. 4th and 7 coming up. AJ Cole, after getting rocked, he's going to set the punt this one back. He's got about a 50-yard per average, 47.7. His first punt was 42 yards. See if he can get this one deep. That one's going to be a deep one. Marvin Mims, fair catch at the 12-yard line. Okay, Nationers. Okay. Fabulous Las Vegas. How are some of the other games looking, by the way? We have a few games that just started. Chicago 0-0 against the Packers so far. We also have the Rams up 10-7 to Devontae Adams score. This is Blake Corum. All right, how is Devontae doing? I just need him to do well in fantasy. He's got 2 targets, but no catches. That's okay. That's okay. That is A-okay. But, yeah, that Chicago game, how has that one been going? How are these drives been going? Been no scoring plays. All plays, current drive, punt, interception. Jordan Love, Toyotathon Love. He throws an interception during Toyotathon on a 13-play drive? What the heck? You get down to the 13-play drive and he throws an interception at the 28. I mean, I got an 85% chance of winning, so I'm pretty happy. But I kind of do need, like, Ashton Genty to do well. I need Devontae Adams to do well. I need Michael Wilson to do well. Those are some people that I need to play. Excuse me. Oh, and Romeo Dunze. Oh, my gosh, and he's got Romeo Dunze in. He's going to get 0 points. That's so funny because he's inactive. That's so funny. So, that's kind of nice. I'm going to send a text back here. Boom, boom, boom. Perfect. By the way, Cam, who do I think we should pick up in the first round? I would prefer a quarterback. I know a lot of people are very high on Mendoza. I don't watch college football a lot to really know. I watched a little bit of that Indiana-Ohio State game, but I've seen like him throw the ball once this season, if I'm being completely honest. But a lot of people are higher on him for a reason, so I like to do my own research to fully know who to draft. But if it were me, I would draft a quarterback. If that were me, that's how I would do it. But understandably, it is also the Raiders org. Drafting is not our strong suit, has not been for a handful of years. It's trended upwards, but under a few different GMs, of course. Tom Telesco, Spytech. So, yeah, there's a lot. But Cam, welcome in. Run up the middle, going for a run of 4 to RJ Harvey. And yeah, Damian Wolf, I don't watch college, so I don't know who's good at quarterback. Yeah, same here. Like, I just don't watch enough to really know. And especially because you could find, like, a good quarterback that doesn't play for a good team most of the time as well. This one's going to go to Murphy. Lil Jordan Humphrey. Not Murphy, Humphrey. Lil Jordan Humphrey is his name. But yes, by the way, that's all that is. Welcome in. Little bootleg play action here for Lil Jordan Humphrey. He's going to get a first down here. Wide open in the flat. Eric Stokes and Atlanta Robertson on the tackle there. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people even said like Kyle Sellers, but he just plays for like the Gamecocks in South Carolina, and they're just not a good team. And that's always a very difficult situation to be in, because it's like, yeah, you probably just take the best quarterback from the best team most of the time. But even look at somebody like, here we go, across the middle for Troutman. He's going to get a first down at the 36-yard line. You go back to even last year, like UNC was kind of a meh team that Drake May played for. Not mostly his fault. I mean, in college you can only do so much, but I really like Drake May was a good quarterback at UNC. So it wasn't surprising that he got drafted 3rd overall. It's just that UNC it was not like a great team. Like maybe, I guess I don't know how many games they play. Like maybe 8-4, 8-3, you know, something like that. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Play action. Bo Nix, plenty of time. Finds RJ Harvey in the flat route. He's going to get about 5 yards. 1st and 10 turns into a 2nd and 5. See how they respond here. Plenty of first down for this Broncos offense. They have been moving. A lot of play actions, a lot of bootlegs. Sean Payton still calling it like Drew Brees is back there, man. Still calling it like Drew Brees is back there. And of course, Mercedes Lewis and Troutman both in on the block on Max Crosby. Max Crosby's been the most double-teamed edge rusher over the last 6 weeks, percentage-wise. 2nd and 6 coming up. And the 2-minute warning is upon us. Can the Broncos go down and drive? Before the 2-minute warning, they got plenty of time. They have all 3 timeouts. What do they do here? It could be very interesting. But Nationers, if you are the Raiders GM, what would you do maybe in this offseason? What would you do, especially if you do get a very high draft pick? Let's say it's top 3. Top 3 with the Giants and the Titans ahead of you. Because that's currently where we're at right now. I think we can only talk about it where we're at right now. But I think we still draft the same person regardless. Because, yeah, I still think you do. Hold on, Nationers. I need to stretch. I need to stretch your Nationers. Oh, my God. I need to stretch. I need to stretch your Nationers. Alrighty, Nationers. Big drive coming up for the Raiders. See how they can get a stop here. They technically only have a 16% chance of winning, but you know what? I love it. So, with that being said, Nationers. But yeah, I'd love to know what you think the Raiders should do in this offseason, especially draft-wise. The Raiders, Broncos have a 2nd and 6 coming up at the Denver 40, so they have about 60 yards to go to get to the end zone. Still plenty of time for them, especially with all 3 timeouts. Arizona driving right now. They're in the red zone. 3rd and 10 for them. Green Bay has the ball at midfield on a 1st and 10. What happened to them? Are they just driving, or did they get a pick? They punted, yeah. Okay. Perfect. So, yeah, so far, Nationers, not been the cleanest game, I will say that. Not been the cleanest game. 100% has not been the cleanest game, but that is A-okay. That is A-okay. Sometimes it's not going to be that way. Sometimes it just is not going to be that way. Hold on. I'm going to look over here for like a split second. I don't like... I don't really like that. That's so bad. It's like really, really bad. That's okay. Here we go. 2-minute warning coming up. By the way, what do you think about the kick return that just happened? Strawberry Man, the kick return or the punt return? 2nd and 6 coming up. Bo Nix. He's completed for 87.5. 14 of 16 so far in this game. Bo Nix under center. 1-by-3 formation. 2 tight end sets. RJ Harvey, run up the middle. He's going to get about 5 yards. He's going to be 1 yard short. 3rd down coming up. Yvette Yvette Carrillo, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the Risk About the internet. Thank you so much for sharing the live. Here they go, 3rd and 1. Interesting that you called a run there. I don't think that's something that I would have done there. Mind you, these guys know better than I do, but to call a run, I mean, unless this is going to be like a play action here, like just to get the 1st down. I mean, they got a safety deep. Isaiah Palomeo, pitch out to RJ Harvey. He's going to get the 1st down. It's like, I guess, yeah, okay, you run the clock. You could use a timeout here. You don't have to worry about anything. They move the chains. You kill a bunch of clock, basically kill a minute, then call a timeout of sorts. Little pitch out to RJ Harvey here. I wasn't very tired, Nation. I'm on 5 hours of sleep, but we are still here rocking with you guys. The Denver Broncos take a timeout at 1:02 left. Hey, Yvette. I want to keep calling you Yvette because I have not seen Vet with an I in the front. I've only seen it with a Y, but Yvette, welcome in. The Broncos are looking good, man. I will say they have been looking really good. First drive was great. They had a punt return that went for a score, and now they're under 2, technically around a minute left to go try and score again because they do not get the ball in the second half. They started with the ball, so the Raiders will be getting the ball in the second half, which means if the Broncos don't score here, the Raiders could go back and drive after half, but let's see what they got here. Miners, McGlinchey. See what this offensive line could do for the Broncos. They've been a great offensive line. Not many penalties. Very few sacks on the season. 1st and 10 coming up. Max Crosby looking to try and get a sack here on 1st and 10. He's double teamed. Bo Nix taking it on his feet. Whips it out, and it's too high for... Oh, not even... What just happened? Troy Franklin, off the hands of Troy Franklin. It was actually a decently good ball. It looked like it was too high, but the ball, like, batted off his helmet. Oh, okay. Yeah, so the ball batted off his helmet, went way past him, and then a ball came out of the ball boy's, like, bag. That's why I was so confused. I was like, how did the ball, like, end up there? I was very confused, Nationers. Anywho, 2nd and 10, 55 seconds left. 2 timeouts for the Broncos at midfield. Bo Nix in shotgun. 1-by-3 set. 2 tight ends still in the game. Short pass for Evan Ingram. Right across the middle. He's going to get about 6 yards. You're going to try and not... Do they clock this one? Do they call a timeout? No, you keep that clock running. Hey, Lynette. Go Broncos. Shout out to my mom, Yvette Carrillo. Oh, my goodness. You got the whole family in here. We got the whole Carrillo family up in here. What is good? 3rd and 3. Bo Nix doesn't even move. Cortland Sutton, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? What are you doing there, dude? Cortland Sutton, big dog. What are you doing? Pete Carroll's looking for a offensive PI. 4th and 3 for the Broncos. They're going to go for it here. But Lynette, welcome in. Yvette, thank you so much for sharing the live to the family. Much love. 4th and 3. Coming up for the Broncos. Let's see what they can do here. Patrick Graham, defensive coordinator, has been for the past 4 seasons. Max Crosby going to try and get a stop here. Are they going to blitz? Bo Nix. Across the middle. 4. Who is that? Troy Franklin. Everyone on the Raider side is holding up fists like he did not get the 1st down. Okay, there is a timeout. Lynette, thank you so much for hitting that follow button, as well as Yvette. Thank you guys both so much for hitting that follow button. Thank you guys so much for leaving some likes on the live stream. I hope you guys are enjoying the play-by-play. This one goes for number... Yeah, no, this is Troy Franklin. Yep, number 11, Troy Franklin. Why did Devin... Oh, I don't think Devin White meant to tackle him again. He was like going to go celebrate. Yeah, so Devin White went to go celebrate like he got the stop, and then Troy Franklin got back up after rolling, but they had got the first down. Like the Raiders celebrated a stop on 4th down, only to realize that he had been like a yard past the line to gain. It's so funny. Sabi, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realist community on the internet. I hope that you are doing well. Woo! Okay, it is under review. Denver it's being reviewed for a incomplete pass or just an overall completed pass. Let's see what Troy Franklin. He definitely catches it. Definitely catches it, but did he bobble it before his forward progress was starting to go backwards? Isidro Morales, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realist community on the internet. We are going into another game break. Nationers, Green Bay scores. Green Bay scores. Green Bay scores. 23-yard touchdown to Christian Watson. Anja, last time played against the Bears, tore his ACL. Let's hope he doesn't again. He's got 48 yards, a touchdown, and 3 receptions. Arizona ties this one up. They're 10-10 against the Rams so far. Matthew Stafford, got to get this one moving, man. Got to get this one moving. They get a 38-yard field goal. And with that being said, can we get Devontae Adams a few catches, maybe? Can we get a few catches for... Why is the box score not available? Box score's not available. Okay. That is completely fine, but it's been a... Oh, big pass. Oh, man. Big pass. Yeah, that's a frustrating one. 10-yard penalty, man. Oh, that's so rough. So rough. With that being said, yeah, to the 30, then a 9-yard run, then a 20-yard, and then... okay, all right. Yeah, offensive hold. Yeah, you hate to see that one, man. Woo. Excuse me. By the way, Isidro, go Broncos. Shout out to my girlfriend, Lynette. Let's go. Welcome in, Isidro. We got Yvette, we got Lynette, and now we got Isidro. By the way, 05 hold. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realist community on the internet. Now, nationers, like my moderator Bailey mentioned in the stream, I know that this obviously maybe doesn't apply to some of you guys, but I want to let you guys know we are having the biggest event of the year. Nationers, the biggest event of the year going down on this channel starting December 29th at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are going to be doing a 72-hour live stream, nationers. Now, that's mostly gaming. Now, I know that we do these watch parties, but what's most important, nationers, is that we're going to be raising money for charity with milestone punishments. So the more that you guys donate, the more that we spin a wheel to reveal those punishments. It's going to be huge. It's going to be very exciting. I hope that you guys are able to make it December 29th live on this channel at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll be live all the way through New Year's. So with that being said, make sure to go tune in. Put it in your calendars because it's going to be the biggest event of the year. Yeah, so they're doing it. Yeah, I mean, Troy Franklin definitely got the first down, at least in terms of like where his feet were, but he did bobble the ball. I don't think he lost that much possession, if anything, to give it like a, oh, he didn't have it. They're going to call a turnover on downs. They call it a turnover on downs. First attempt for the Raiders, 22 seconds, 2 timeouts. Geno Smith in shotgun, looking to the boundary. He's going to find Trey Tucker, who's on the ground. Raiders got to call timeout here. Let's go, Bailey. You ordered your merch. Let's go. You found it on nationermerch.com. That should have been an incomplete pass. I'm not going to lie. That should have been an incomplete pass. That 100% should have been an incomplete pass. They're going to call 2nd and 10 there. No timeout needed, but 6 seconds comes off the clock. Shout out, Bailey. What did you get? What did you order? Oh, let's go. I like that order. You got a blue. What is it? What did you get? You got a blue. I'm looking at it here. Looking at it here. You got a blue crew neck. Blue crew neck? Is that right? Very nice. 2nd and 10 for the Raiders. 19 seconds on the clock here. Trey Tucker, single receiver. False start on our left tackle. Holy crap, dude. He's been called on so many. He has not been called on any false starts so far. But with that being said, third down coming up. It's a slant route to Tyler Lockett across the middle for about a gain of 8. But that is not going to get you food on the plate. You got to go down. You got to go score, Nationers. They got to get into field goal position, at least make this a 4-point game out of the halftime break. Let's see what the Raiders can do here. Pete Carroll is trying to stand by the refs. In a t-shirt blue lettering, both in white. Oh, let's go. Wait, I didn't even see that. I guess, yeah, you did get 2 items. I only looked at the one, because I thought the other ones were mine. Anywho, 3rd and 3 here. Can the Raiders get a... Let's see. 3rd and 3. No, that makes sense. No, that absolutely makes sense. 3rd and 3. Geno Smith in shotgun. Raheem Mostert in the game. Passing catch. Deep ball. Jump ball. It's not going to go. Patrick Surtain in on the coverage on Trey Tucker. Easy assignment for him this week. See how he continues to do. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, you got the red. What is it? Red. Oh, I can't see that here. Yeah, you got the red unisex crew neck. And then you got another. Yep. I see it right here. Blue collection. Classic crew neck t-shirt. Yes, very nice. Very nice. Well, thank you so much for ordering merch, by the way. That is so freaking awesome. Yeah, because it says 6 orders placed, 6 units sold. Yeah, so I got 2. DMAC got 1. Somebody else got 1. And then you got 2. We've had 4 orders so far. Thank you, by the way, Bailey. I appreciate that. Hopefully it gets to you in time. It might not be available for Christmas. There's been a whole lot with their distribution. As of right now, they had a provider that ended up not being good. Were overpromised and under-delivered. So they even my order that I ordered like not last November, but like a month ago, on the 16th is still has not been actually processed yet. At least in terms of like, hey, there's a stamp. We need to ship this thing. So I emailed them. They said all of that good stuff. So they said I should expect something within the next 10 days, which I'm assuming you'll probably see something within the next 10 days as well. So 4th and 3, the Raiders are going to go for this. I think they could still take off 7 seconds on here. So what are they going to do? 4th and 3, 7 seconds, 1 timeout. Geno Smith trying to draw them off sides. Yep. Trying to draw them off sides. Geno Smith talking crap to Zach Allen like he was going to draw him off sides, as if he didn't give him like the most space ever. So the Raiders take a timeout. They're going to punt this one away, I believe. This is a tough one. It's like, why? Like, do you punt this one away? Like, do you punt this one away? Maybe you do. Maybe you do. Nation, I am so tired. I am beyond tired. I got 5 hours of sleep last night, but we got to get stuff done, man. We got to get stuff done. That's what we got to do. We got to get stuff done. We got to get stuff done. So with that being said, 4th and 3, the offense is still out there even after the timeout. What are they going to do? They hike it. Geno Smith steps up into the pocket. He's going to take a sack. Like, what are they doing? What are they doing? They take a sack. Now, technically, there still should be time on the clock. There should be 1 or 2 seconds left, if I'm not wrong. Should be 2 seconds left. He was down with 2. Ugh. 3 seconds left on the clock. By the way, Isaiah Porter, sub Jared Hathaway. Our team playing so bad on offense against the Broncos. They have, other than that first drive. Really, honestly, other than that first drive. They had a great first drive, which, you know, typically does happen in most instances with a lot of teams. So it's not surprising, but yeah, you completely reverted back to an old save file way late. So first attempt for the Broncos. They got 3 seconds left. A little outside of Will Lutz's range, at least, you know, the old Will Lutz, but gives him a Hail Mary opportunity. So might as well take it. Unless they get this quick out route in under 2 seconds, which is very unlikely. I think that's exactly what they're going to do. But Raiders are giving him a lot. They're going to rush 3 here. Here they go. No out routes. Full Hail Mary time. Malcolm Koonce is getting lifted, dude. Deep ball. Back of the end zone. Does not go. Incomplete. Incomplete it goes. Plenty of receivers there. Plenty of defenders there as well. Halftime for the Broncos versus the Raiders. Up 14 in favor of the Denver Broncos. Let's see if anyone had a proper chance at it. I mean, Troy Franklin. No. Evan Ingram. Pat Bryant had a pretty good look at it. Let's see what Pete Carroll had to say before we head into half.
What do you need to see in the second half?
We need to get that done more. Yeah, this is a good even ball game right now. We got to play good football. That's a big part of it, for sure. There's other aspects of it. You know, we're behind because of a punt return.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay. So, Pete Carroll pretty optimistic heading into the half because they are only down a punt return scored for a touchdown. So, Raiders, you know, they scored more points this week than they did in week 10 on Thursday Night Football. So, good on them. But, yeah, it's been a pretty rough game around the edges. The Denver Broncos offenses look good at times. You know, they get pinned deep. It's like they cannot get a drive more than 30 yards. They end up turning the ball over, which honestly, I kind of thought they got it. They end up turning the ball over. And, yeah. Yeah, it's, but yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the little watch party that we got going on. Like I mentioned, Nationers, we are doing watch parties for the entire Raider season. So we got a bunch of week matchups against the Eagles, against the Houston Texans, against the Giants, and against the Chiefs. Now, the Raiders do have a pretty tough schedule, but hope that giving you guys play-by-play throughout these few weeks here, of course, gives you something to look forward to beyond just the Raiders season. But yeah, as a Chargers fan, I hope you all win. I appreciate that. Fortunately, I don't think that will be likely. It would be very, very unlikely for that to happen. But I appreciate the optimism, though, Luis. I do appreciate that a ton. I do. Score for the Chiefs versus Texans, Manny. It's going to be an offensive versus defensive matchup. The Chiefs have one of the highest scoring offenses with these past few weeks. That is a very interesting matchup. You have a good offense versus a good defense. And, I mean, the way that I see it, I think it goes in favor of the Houston Texans defense. I would not be surprised if like that fatigue kind of gets built on them. That Houston Texans defense has been consistent, but there's going to be one breaking point that they got to have, and it could be this week. But it's a very big matchup for them. I'm going to guess the score to be 20. 27-23 is my score. 27-23. But yeah, the Texans played, they played the Jaguars. They played the Bills last week. I mean, they played really good, 2 weeks ago. The Colts, I kind of expected them to win. I mean, they played some really good matchups. Don't get me wrong. But they played a lot of good matchups as of late. But 27-23 in favor of the Texans. For them to score, I don't even know. They cannot get anything going on offense. So 27 is a lot. Jordan Love, Christian Watson with the touchdown. We're watching a little halftime here. Going to watch the highlights. Mr. Goofy, what is good? Welcome in. How are you doing today? Great to see you in here. I hope that you're doing well. Christian Watson with a little Lambeau leap. We take a look at this Rams versus Arizona. Blake Corum with a run up the middle for 3 yards. God-fearing girl 40, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Much love out to you. I hope that you are doing well. Great to see you in here. And Kyron Williams gets a touchdown. Let's see the Steelers versus the Ravens highlights. Interception. No, that is an Isaiah Likely touchdown. He finally gets it, nearly fumbles it away, but gets 2 hands on it. How does Isaiah Likely continuously fumble near the end zone? It's like a curse at this point. Lamar Jackson. Oh, wow. I guess I did watch that play live. I don't know why I'm surprised. But let's go Denver Broncos there. They've been looking good. They get the ball. Oh. Yeah, Daniel Jones goes down with a non-contact Achilles injury, man. He's frustrated. Trevor Lawrence capitalized 17 of 30. 2 touchdowns. Right on the sticks. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, Daniel Jones goes out, man. Zeke, I am not, my friend. I do apologize. I am not. We are only showing play-by-play for, only giving play-by-play commentary. Josh Allen just runs in from like 40 yards out. What the hell, dude? Man, I wish I had him in on my honor fantasy league. I would have won that. That's okay. Second and goal. Tua passes off to number 5. Jalen Ramsey? Brady Cook. Okay. Yeah, Saints stunner against the Bucks. 7-6 for the Bucks, man. Tyler Shuck escapes a sack here. He's going to run this one in by himself. Crazy. Puts a shoulder down, gets a touchdown, man. That's crazy. Tyler Shuck, good on him, man. Good on him. 2 rushing touchdowns. Seahawks versus the Falcons. Yeah, Kirk Cousins being in, man. That is rough. Sam Darnold punches this one in. JSN with the touchdown. Okay. Okay. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, big implications. Big implications this week. Big implications, especially on the NFC side. A lot of teams are at that 9 to 10 to 11 games. Very rough. But if Green Bay can win, they move to 9-3-1. 49ers, they're on a bye this week. Panthers also on a bye. Might be able to scrape away with the AFC South. But yeah, big time. I know a lot of Chargers or Chiefs fans are rooting for the Raiders, which you know, sometimes you live long enough to see yourself become the hero. Who would have thought? Who would have thought you would have seen yourself long enough? So yeah, the Raiders have given up 3 sacks, 54 sacks on the season for the Broncos. That leads the NFL. I think they're how many most sacks in a season? Most sacks by team. Most sacks. That is 72. So in the next 4 weeks, I mean, mind you, they could still get a bunch here. What are the Denver Broncos? What is their matchups left? Packers, they could give up a lot of sacks. Jaguars, I could see it. Chiefs, Chargers, oh, they have a tough back half of the schedule. They have all playoff teams to end off the season. That's going to be huge. That is going to be huge. The 84 Bears hold the league-leading sack record. Philadelphia Eagles actually got one in 22. They have 70. That's kind of crazy. But, yeah, so if they're at 54 right now, they need 16, so 4 per game to get to 70. I mean, that's definitely possible, especially if you have, like, 1 high game, 1 semi-low game, like maybe 2. You know, 1 high game at like 6. Like this could be well, and mind you, you could very easily get to like 58, make that more manageable. You get to 58, you get 4 more sacks this game. Like, I think it's very possible that they could. I think they try and go for that record. I think they do. But yeah, by the way, Beto. Welcome in, by the way, Beto. I hope that you're doing well. We got about 4 more minutes of halftime, Nationers. But Alex, no, I'm just giving play-by-play for the games. Appreciate you asking, though. At least, you know what? By the way, Frankie, welcome in. How are you doing today, Frankie? I've appreciated you guys asking, like, hey, are you showing the game? Like, some people are like, show the game. I was like, brother, if I'm not showing the game for the past half the 2 quarters, I'm probably not showing it in the next 2 quarters. Because for anyone curious as to what it looks like, Nation, this is what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Does not look like anything at all. So, yeah. You can't actually see it. OBS is not picking up. Juice. Yeah, I guess, what in what terms are you asking for? That's who to draft? Are you a Denver or a Las Vegas fan? I'm a Raiders fan. I was going to make a funny joke. Sorry for the hesitation. But I'm a Raiders fan. I'm wearing my Raiders hat that I got gifted for Christmas last year. Juice, I'd love to hear your reasoning on that. By the way, Hayden, do you still have the Minecraft world? We do. We do have the Chunk SMP still. Yes, we do. We do. Hey, Mighty Karma, welcome in. Broncos are looking good. I mean, they've had a good few drives. Good first starting drive. First one in a long time. By the way, Lalo gone crazy. Do you stream the game too or no? Just get play-by-play. But, yeah, sure, welcome in, by the way. You know, a lot of people are high on Mendoza. I can't give too much thought into it, especially if I have not given any of those quarterbacks time. I probably watched more Dante Moore than Mendoza. And I guess my only inquiry that I'm maybe not, like, high on Dante, one, the frame. I don't mind a skinny quarterback. He's pretty mobile for what it is. He's also a little shorter than I think I would like. I mean, not to say that short quarterbacks cannot be a thing in the league, but definitely makes it harder, of course. But I have a tough time with that. I prefer a taller quarterback at least 6'2", 6'1" to 6'2", you know, especially with linemen being pretty tall as well. I would prefer that if I had the choice. I am so tired, Nations. I am so tired. I am so tired. But yeah, I will say that Indiana, I have been high on Indiana. I probably would have put money on it that they would have beat Ohio State. I know a lot of people, especially after Ohio State put like 50 points up against Purdue and like Indiana kind of struggled against them. I know a lot of people are like, man, like Ohio State's like legit. Like they're going to whoop them when they play in like the big, I guess I don't know what conference they play, Big 10, Big 12 championship, but I've been high on them. They are a very good team. They're a very, very, very good team. So, yeah. Oh, Nation, I'm so tired. I got 5 hours of sleep last night, but man, it was good sleep, Nationers. It was really good sleep. All right, Aisha, sorry, just sending a quick text here. I also need to charge my phone. My phone did not charge last night. I was kind of upset about that. But nonetheless, Nationers, we are about to be sent back. The Raiders do receive the ball in the second half, so very excited to see how they open up this drive. Andrew Catalon, Jason McCourty, and Charles Davis, you guys might hear on Madden a lot. They are on the calls today. They are on a CBS crew, a triad, mind you. Let's see what they have to say.
And that's been the difference on the scoreboard. Getting this football, can they continue to get the run game going with Genty, stick to it, and then when they go play action, can they find Brock Bowers?
Agreed. Everything you said, I'm on target with you, and I'm in the same spot. But I also think that some of these play actions have to be shot plays. They've got to find a way to get bigger chunks of yardage, because being methodical is one thing, but against this Denver defense, you've got to be able to sting them downfield.
Thanks, Charles. Here we go. Raheem Mostert returning this one back, second time for the game. He's going to bring it out to the 31-yard line. I guess technically third time of the game. Yeah, because both touchdowns. Yeah. Dylan Laube and then Raheem Mostert. I guess it's Raheem Mostert. Let's see what Sean Payton has to say.
Penalties. How do you clean that up and get some more momentum here?
Well, look, I think a couple things. Obviously, the punt return was a big play. We'll clean up the penalties. You know, a couple of them were delay a game on purpose when we're kind of faking a long field goal. I think the one thing we did well that we got to get back to offensively is we ran the ball pretty effectively. Defensively,
Geno Smith in shotgun here.
situationally
for
to
Ashton
keep ahead of
Genty.
the change for us. When they
Hit
get
at the
4 or
line of
5
scrimmage,
yards, it gives
gain
them
of 1.
a lot more options. When we get them to 3rd and long, we started doing that in the second quarter. We're going to be all right.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
That was what Sean Payton had to say about the Broncos offense. Puka Nacua, 28-yard receiving touchdown. They're up 24-10. Green Bay scores again, by the way. Got to see how those games are going. Who scored on both of those? Melton scores for the Packers. And, yeah, Puka and Kyron Williams. Yeah, big touchdowns for them. Geno Smith run for Ashton Genty. Had to adjust a bit. Ashton Genty hit at the line of scrimmage once again. He's going to go down, brings up 3rd down. Running on 1st down, always not a bad plan, but what do you do on 2nd down really tells you a lot. I mean, they've been able to connect quite a bit, but Ashton Genty, a lot of carries for getting hit at the line of scrimmage every week. Phantom, yeah. I kind of predicted Chicago would be a little better than where they're at right now. They've been punting the ball a lot. They've not been able to get much offensively. And mind you, offensively, that's probably the weaker point of that side of the ball. Nonetheless, 3rd and 8. Ashton Genty to his left. 1 by 3 set. Geno Smith. Deep drop back. Not going to be able to hit. I don't know who was that kind of going for. Geno Smith definitely got hit. It looked like it was going for Brock Bowers, but it also could have gone for Ashton Genty. Geno Smith. Oh, what happened to his fingers? Hold on. What happened to his fingers? What happened to his fingers? Oh, yeah. He got like a cleat to the hand. On his throwing hand. I think he got a cleat to the hand. Interesting. I'm not going to lie. Phantom, why are you picking the Colts to win? Why are you picking... I mean, I don't know what you had, but why are you picking the Colts to beat the Jaguars? What are you doing, Phantom? What are you doing? Anywho, Phantom, thank you so much for the little heartbeat. Thank you so much for joining the fan club. Geno Smith probably going to get that hand wrapped up here. Little audible, at least on the punt here. Both sides of the ball. 4 seconds left. AJ Cole. Big punt coming in. Big punt. Fair caught at the 22. No, fake fair catch. It's a fake fair catch. AJ Cole pins him at the 9-yard line. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Good on them. AJ Cole, big punt out of him. Yeah, it looks like they're going to wrap up Geno Smith's right hand. I don't exactly know what happened. It looks like he got... What happened? His finger got like scraped, but I can't tell what happened. Now I need Jonathan Taylor to get 84 rushing yards. That is kind of rough. That's a rough one. I mean, mind you, I guess they probably would have gone to a more because of Daniel Jones going down, but... That's a rough situation to be in. I probably would have taken, if I were in that situation, I would have taken the under. Only because they're playing against the Jaguars, who have a really good run defense. And even if they're down, they're probably throwing more than not. And they did exactly that with Riley Leonard. So, with that being said, Broncos get the ball back with basically the entire quarter. 2 minutes off the clock so far. But, yeah, a little unfortunate as it is, but yeah, nonetheless, Nationers, we got a commercial up here. Devontae Adams, Taco Bell commercials in here. Not gonna lie, you know, one thing that I really like about Taco Bell, I really like Taco Bell's tortillas. I really like Taco Bell's tortillas. They're by far some of my favorite. I really like them. I really like them, Nationers. So, also with that being said, I kind of want to see the analytics. Current viewers. All right. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I get those watch hours up. By the way, Playboy Axie, what is good? Ashley needs to get me yards. Karma. Yeah, for my fantasy. I mean, mind you, I went in fantasy, so like that's not the biggest of deal. Jesus Gomez, thank you so much for that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realest community on the internet. Great to see you in here. My fantasy's looking just fine, even with him getting how many points right now? He's got 5.4. Okay, not crazy. Michael Wilson touchdown. Let's go. I like to see that. Joe Burrow threw for 4 touchdowns and 2 picks. Yeah. Technically, he had a fumble. I should count that. That's okay. But let's see. Devontae Adams. Yeah, Michael Wilson's going off for me right now. Sam Darnold did pretty good. Baker Mayfield. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at this so far. I'm liking, I mean, right now, I should win. I mean, Patrick Mahomes would need to go for a lot of points. Granted that, like, Goddard and Rashee Rice are also playing in my thing here. So, very possible. Yeah, Geno Smith going to get his fingers taped up. Don't exactly know what happened. It's on his throwing hand. So, Kenny Pickett, 2 gloves. Kenny Pickett. He's looking at things. Zach Allen, Smith's trying to see how comfortable he can throw a ball. Not that it's going to be accurate anyways. First and 10 for the Broncos at the 9-yard line. Rollout to the right. He finds Cortland Sutton, who runs behind, breaks a tackle, and then runs forward. And he's going to get about 5 to 6 yards on first down. Gets him a little bit of breathing room. Geno Smith's hand. We might see a little bit of Kenny Pickett here, Nationers. We might see some Kenny Pickett here. Okay. By the way, so the Broncos have 0 touchdowns in the third quarter. That's crazy. Or at least maybe that's just a Bo Nix stat. Maybe. That'd be kind of crazy. They said that he's the only quarterback without a touchdown in the third quarter, which is kind of nuts. 2nd and 4 coming up. Bo Nix in I formation. Play action. Finds his fullback in the flat. He gets a first down. Number 46 on the Broncos. Adam Prentice, the fullback, 6-year out of South Carolina. Now Nationers, Melton, 45-yard touchdown. Toyota-thon. Oh, he's wide open. Wow. B. Melton. Number 16. 16 on a receiver seems like not a good number. Seems like a number you're like, oh, like we're out of numbers available. Like pick one. 16 on a wide receiver feels odd. 1st and 10 coming up. Bo Nix is thrown for 130 yards. 122 so far. Here we go. 1st and 10. So, 2nd down after the run to Battier. Here we go. 2nd and 6 coming up. Trying to get this drive going. This has got to be a long, long drive. Evan Ingram had a season high against the Commanders with 9 targets, 6 receptions, 79 receiving yards. See how he does here. 2-by-2 set. Evan Ingram in the game. He bails out. Should be able to find him. Bo Nix looking for him. Finds number 13, Patrick Bryant. He does a little step juke. A little sham god on football. Dom, what is good? Welcome in. How are you doing today? Great to see you in here. Hopefully you're doing well, Dom. How have you been? Darian Porter in on the tackle there. Oh, Landon Roberts just makes the wrong move there, man. They're playing a zone, but he goes down to try and get Bo Nix. It's been rough. But Patrick Bryant, the last 5 games, he's averaged about 45 yards every single game. So, with that being said, 1st and 10. Bo Nix. 1-by-3 set. Troutman in motion. Bo Nix runs it off to RJ Harvey, who breaks a tackle, and he's going to get about 7 yards. There is a flag on the play. Could be a hold, given that it's just an easy run up the middle. Yeah, holding offense. They're going to replay the down. So, 1st and 20 coming up. Mike Maglici. What a last name. Mike Maglici. Maglici. I like that name. I like that name a lot. By the way, Boris Cheeks, the side judge, 475th game he's reffed. That is an NFL record. His name is Boris Cheeks. What a name. Boris Cheeks? Anywho, Nation, was 1st and 20. Bo Nix, deep drop back, finds Evan Ingram in the flat. He's going to break 1 tackle. He's going to get 2 yards. Tackled basically at the line of scrimmage after contact. Going to need help up. Nope, nobody's there to help him up. He's going to have to get up on his own. He is limping a little bit, trying to gingerly move his way. Halftime in that Green Bay Bears game. Interesting. Okay. 2nd 18 coming up. Long down yardage here. Bo Nix steps up into the pocket. He finds his running back, RJ Harvey. There should be a face mask penalty on, again, Jamal Adams. He misses a tackle. earlier in the game, and now he gets a face mask penalty. Jamal Adams. He's been a great Sam linebacker when you need him, but man, he's made a lot of the wrong plays at the wrong time, by the way. It's been a little rough, I'm not going to lie. Been just a smidge rough. Yeah, he just goes high, gets RG Harvey right in the mask. Easy call, if you ask me. Easy call. Oh, man, I am so tired, Nationers. Here we go. 1st and 10 for that offense. AJ Ross reporting.
By trainers, it's his ring finger and his pinky finger on his right throwing hand that have been bleeding and being treated at the moment, guys.
AJ, thank you. I can see.
Yeah, Geno Smith. Yeah, as we mentioned earlier, it seems like he got a cleat to the hand, so he is bleeding right now. I formation, run up the middle for McLaughlin. He brings it out wide. He breaks the tackle. He's going to get a first down at the Raiders' 41-yard line. Jaleel McLaughlin with the 11-yard gain. Okay. 1st and 10 again for them. RJ Harvey back up into the game. 50 yards of total offense. This drive, 2 rushes and 5 passes. Bo Nix under center, 2x2 sets. 3 tight ends into the game. RJ Harvey runs to the right. He's going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage by Atlanta Roberts and Max Crosby. 2nd down coming up. Let's see what they got going on. RJ Harvey. No, that wasn't even Max Crosby. That was just Atlanta Roberts. Full solo tackle by ER. He'll send you to the ER if he hits you hard enough. Happens very rarely, but ER nonetheless. 2nd and 10 coming up. Let's see what they got going on here. Devin White in the game. Jamal Adams. Jerry Chin at linebacker. Okay. 2nd and 10. Bo Nix in shotgun. 2 wide receivers out to the left. Steps back. Finds the flat route. The little check down. RJ Harvey, he's going to get 9 yards. Troutman looking for the first. Not going to get there, but 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now, here's the thing, Nationers. Check down Merchant. I know that's going to be thrown around a lot. Here's the thing. I don't think many people that actually are going to be giving any sort of commentary beyond just Broncos fans and Raiders fans are watching this game. I really do not believe so. I think a lot of people are watching other games, like the Rams versus Arizona, Chicago, Green Bay. Like, that's a huge 1 o'clock game. Implications for the playoffs. This is a nonsensical game. There's no doubt in my mind that nobody's like, if I see any check, oh my gosh. Wow, if only the fullback Adam Prentice knew how to stiff arm a dude, he would have had himself a touchdown. From 32 yards out. He would have had himself a touchdown, man. He doesn't know how to say, he stiff armed a little too early. He was like waiting for it. And then Isaiah Polameo just swatted it down. Oh my goodness. Big run of 18 yards. Isaiah Polameo in on the touchdown saving tackle on Prentice. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Bo Nix, 22 of 27, 150 yards. A lot of checkdowns coming so far. RJ Harvey, 9 rush on 49 yards. Rollout for Bo Nix. Patrick Bryan breaks a tackle. Runs backwards 3 yards, gets a yard in total. The 1st down turns into 2nd down and 9. Let's see. By the way, Strawberry Swing, welcome back. By the way, Ty Hackbarth, Alec, welcome in. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. Lonzo, welcome in. Joseph, welcome in. Hopefully you guys enjoy my Christmas tree back there, by the way, Nationers. 2nd and 7 coming up. 80 yards of total offense here. They got to punch this one in if they want to go convincingly win. It's a jail screen for Troy Franklin. Patrick Bryant in motion. Little jail screen to the left side of the formation. 3rd down coming up. Big 3rd down for both sides of the ball. Now, again, the Denver Broncos can get a 1st down here, get to the 4-yard line, and set up for a goal-to-go situation. But 3rd and 3 coming up. Geno Smith, is his finger still bleeding? I don't know. It's not going to matter because he's still going to play just as bad. But 3rd and 3. RJ Harvey into the game. This is going to be a pass for sure. I only know that because RJ Harvey, every time that they pass it, he goes out wide a lot of the time. Bo Nix, plenty of time. RJ Harvey, Troutman in. RJ Harvey, he's going to get the first down. He's down at the 3-yard line. That is a first down goal to go for the Denver Broncos. First and goal coming up. Let's see what they got going on. Yeah, so like I mentioned, RJ Harvey's alignment, you can instantly tell that he is going to be either swinging out into the flat because of his alignment, he's not close to the quarterback, and Troutman just sheds his block and he immediately blocks whoever would have been manned up on him. So, first and goal for the Denver Broncos. They need 3 yards to punch it in for a touchdown. Let's see what Mercedes Lewis, see what Troutman, even Lil Jordan Humphrey. 3 tight end set, I formation. RJ Harvey, run up the middle. He's going to get a touchdown. RJ Harvey in on the 3-yard run. Good for him. I don't know why I thought he was out of UNC. I don't know why. I always thought he was out of UNC. Geno Smith getting a massage. Oh, no. Oh, no. Geno Smith is getting a massage. It's a downfall. It's a pending downfall, guys. Oh, my God. He's getting a massage on his neck, actually, so I'm not too sure. 5th rushing touchdown this season. 3rd in the past 2 games. Good for RJ Harvey, man. Finds the gap, and he scores. Excuse me. So, with that being said, the score, 21-7 in favor of the Denver Broncos. They score after a 3-yard run for RJ Harvey after a super long game, a super long drive. But Brian, welcome in. How you doing today, Brian? Welcome. Welcome in. Welcome in. Sorry, Nationers. We are losing, Brian. We are losing. I wouldn't be too upset about losing at this point in the season. Continues to make our draft stock a little higher as other teams continue to win. So it's something that I'm at least excited about because, you know, the Saints won today. The Jets won last week. So, yeah. Winning games right now does not help drafting right now, unfortunately. It's just not something that you're wanting to do. Upcoming 3 and out. Brandon, if I were micro betting on what would happen, if I micro betted on what would happen on the Raiders drives, I guarantee you I would be like a millionaire by now. Like, what do you think is going to happen in this drive? 3 and out, punt, interception. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Brandon, I don't watch college football too much. A lot of people have been very high up on Mendoza, even higher up on him now after his performance against Ohio. Mind you, also Julian played just as well. So it's a conversation to be had once I watch more film. Or just highlights, in a way. You can tell a lot about people's best, but you also need to know what they look like at their worst, too. It's just that games have passed, so it's not like I can go back and watch games, you know? So, yeah. I just don't watch any college football. Not something that I get to do a whole lot. I'm going to send a text here really fast, Nationers. Oh, I got a reward here. Yeah, I just wanted to watch someone other than Geno. I would too. I've always said it's gonna really depend on what they do with him in the offseason. I find it, I don't know. I've kind of come to it more over the past few weeks that they might keep Geno and then just sign a quarterback, or not sign a quarterback, but they draft one, and then, you know, let Geno play for a few games, put that quarterback in. That's what I think is probably the most realistic output, but Geno Smith is just under contract for 2 more years with his extension. Like, I think that they just have to either take on his dead money by waiving him and take the penalty of it, or they keep him. That's really kind of it. I kind of hate that that's the options. I would prefer the dead money over keeping him. I think Geno Smith is still a fine quarterback, but he's not the quarterback that they need right now. Also, this Will Lutz kicks this one out of bounds. So the Raiders are going to get the ball at the 40-yard line here. Oh, a false start? What? Kick out of bounds. Oh, I guess this is a kick out of bounds. It just looks like a false start. Let's see how Geno Smith, he is out there. So apparently last drive on that third down conversion that they did not get, the third down, his hand got stomped on and he scraped both his ring and his pinky finger on his throwing hand. 2-by-2 set. Brock Bowers, Jack Betch to the left. Geno Smith trying to find Brock Bowers on a slant. He finds him. It's going to be a first down. It's going to be 13 yards after a little bobbled catch. But past midfield again. The Raiders had great field position because the kick out of bounds started at the 40. They get past midfield. And now, let's see what they could do here. Brock Bowers with a little slant. Could have also found Ian Thomas, who was wide open. But looked him in. Brock Bowers, does he just let it go, man? Does he just let it go? His hair's gone. His hair is gone. His hair is gone. Anywho, Nationers, 1st and 10. Brock Bowers, 28 yards, 2 targets, 2 receptions, and a touchdown. Geno Smith, a little screen pass for Brock Bowers, but was immediately held up by the lineman. Just had to toss that one into the dirt. Geno Smith, a little frustrated after that one. Here we go. Geno Smith under center. We have Jack Betch in motion. 2 receivers out to the left. Play action. Take a deep shot. Okay, we get 9 yards back. That's going to be Tyler Lockett. Oh, they're going to give him only 8. They're only going to give him 8? I thought he got at least an extra yard on that, on the comeback. Maybe that's just my perception of him coming back with the ball coming to him. But 3rd and 2 coming up. Let's see what Greg Olsen cooks up here. I think that they should get a pitch out to Ashton Genty. How does Pete Carroll? He always touches the ref. He always does. Raiders for Life, welcome back. How you doing today? Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty to the left side. 1-by-3 formation. Trips right. Bunch formation to the right. Geno Smith across the middle. He finds Trey Tucker, and Trey Tucker can't reel it in. A little behind him. Trey Tucker has got to catch that one, man. You get your hands on it. You got to catch it. It's a little mesh and flood concept. It's a little mesh route, but yeah, Trey Tucker's got to catch it. He's been so inconsistent, at least in terms of catching the ball when he's got the ball in his hands. But yeah, you got to be able to catch that one, man. Trey Tucker does not catch on 3rd down, so the Raiders are going to go back out there. They're not going to punt this one away. They are going to try and convert this one. Vance Joseph, he's going to bring the house on this one. I already know it. Bring the house. Brock Bowers highlighted. Let's see what they call here. Ashton Genty in motion, steps up. See what he calls here. Tyler Lockett in motion. Again, Geno Smith can't find him. Deep ball. Wide open. And Jack Betch, the rookie. The rookie Jack Betch finds him wide open. So they run this little, oh, it's a wonderful route. So Tyler Lockett, he goes up, out, and back in. And Jack Betch just runs a clearing route. So he goes up and then just out wide. And yeah, they have nobody because they're running zone. So Jack Betch is wide open. Hufanga had to come in and save the day, but Jack Betch wide open. Yeah, it was a decently horrible throw. Partially because he wasn't under any pressure, but he was also moving right off his back foot because he had to move out of the pocket. But Geno Smith steps up into the pocket this time. He's going to slide. He's going to get about 4 yards on 1st down inside the red zone now, Nations. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do here. But yeah, the Tucker throw, that too. I don't exactly know what the angle that he's seeing, because if he throws any more left, who knows if it gets picked. 2nd and 6, Jack Betch again. He's going to get 5 yards here. What? Dude, that's a soft call. They're only getting 4. 2 yards here. 3rd down and 2 once again. But I think Trey Tucker's also got to catch that, man, regardless of the throw. I mean, the throw is pretty bad, don't get me wrong, but it's a catchable wall. You got to catch that. Here we go. Geno Smith in shotgun. Brock Bowers in motion. 2 tight end set to the right. Run up the middle for Ashton Jeanty. They get the first down. The biggest run of the day. Going to go for 4 yards, it feels like. That feels like the biggest run of the day. By the way, I am a Toki Uso gang. I wish it was Oakland again. Man, that Oakland on that field with no grass. Oh, those were times to be alive. Ashton Jeanty run up the middle for 4 yards. Gets the first down. Very nice. Very nice. Here we go. Geno Smith blitzed Afunga in on the blitz. Geno Smith going to throw this one to the sideline right at a ref, or actually right at a camera photographer. Right at a photographer, just instantly drops their camera. 2nd and goal coming up for the Raiders here. Let's see where this one goes. Yeah, Geno Smith just throws this one out. Hits a cameraman. Hits an NFL media guy. And the camera just drops right onto the ground. 2nd and goal. Here we go. 2nd and goal. Here we go. Raiders, last time they were in the red zone, they scored a touchdown to Brock Bowers. See if they can do that again. Play action. Find Ashton. Nope. Rolls out right. Brock Bowers somehow catches that after a triple bobble. Alex Singleton in on the coverage. But somehow Brock Bowers ends up catching that one on a little bobble. Testicular cancer is not going to stop Alex Singleton from playing in the NFL. That is going to be the end of the 3rd. What a catch, though, man. Holy crap. What a bobble and a half. Kind of crazy. God, what a catch. Brock Bowers can catch any ball within its vicinity. Sports Card Hub, what is good? Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realest community on the internet. How are you doing today? Brandon, Kyle, thank you so much for hitting that follow button as well. Much love. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realest community on the internet. Great to see you guys in here. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Perfect. Anywho, Nationers. We are in game break as of right now. Looking at some of the other games, the Rams have the ball at 3rd and goal right now. I feel like we're going to get a fade ball to Devontae Adams here. I feel like that's what we're going to happen. But Chicago down 14-3 against the Packers right now. Caleb Williams is 6 of 14 for 32 passing yards. Wow. That is rough. That is rough. But the Packers punt that one back. The Rams, incomplete short to Ferguson here. Terrence Ferguson. Let's see what they do. 3rd and goal here. Give it to Devontae. Come on. Give it to Devontae. Does Devontae have any receptions? He does. He's 4 of 29. Okay. I don't mind that. As long as he's getting points. And it's Parkinson, the tight end. He's got a touchdown now. What quarter is it? We are just entering into the 4th quarter. 4th quarter coming up here. We got 15 minutes to go win it, right, Knight Rider? Already knew Puka was gonna go crazy. Yeah, he's got a touchdown. What else has he got? Rams look undefeated, bro. Yeah, 136 on 6 receptions. Yeah, he's been needing one of those games. He hasn't had one in quite some time. So, Zach, welcome in. Broncos are looking good, my guy. They are looking good. Gotta say myself. As a Raiders fan, they're looking good. So, with that being said, I think we're about to come out of game break here. The Raiders in the red zone. Kenny Pickett's in the game. What happened to Geno? Is Geno just injured because he's ass? Third and goal. Kenny Pickett's is coming in. Oh my gosh. Jack Betch in motion. 3-by-1 set. Ashton Jeanty to the right. Kenny Pickett's tosses it to Jack Betch on 3rd and goal on a slant route. What happened to Geno? I don't know. Did he get rocked? Is it the hand? He's walking fine, but that hand must be giving him like an absolute wrecking crew. He's going back to the locker room. Let's see if we get any sideline reporting. But Kenny Pickett, two gloves. Kenny Pickett, baby. Teddy Bridgewater inspired generations, so Kenny Pickett can run. Here they go. 4th and goal. The Raiders are going for it. Let's get the live call.
On Bowers if I'm Denver.
And they have Passer Tan, their best cover.
Brock Bowers. Excuse me, we're not going to do that. 1-by-3 set. Kenny Pickett. He's in the game. Can he find himself on a 4th and goal? Touchdown! No, it's too high for Brock Bowers. It is too high for Brock Bowers. Pat Surtain on the coverage. Kenny Pickett rolling out. His mobility is definitely decreased, I'll tell you that. He does not look as fast as he did when he was in college. Mind you, he's only like 5 years removed out of college, but yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, that one. I know people are going to say Trey Tucker's open. The ball, the defender's looking to where the ball's getting thrown. He's not looking someone off like Matthew Stafford. So when he sees the ball and the eyes are not looking at him, he goes to try and, he goes to try and defend that. But Kenny Pickett, we might get a corner of Kenny Pickett, guys. We might get a corner of Kenny Pickett, which I hope definitely silences the doubters of like, oh my goodness, like just put Kenny in. It's like, what's the worst that could happen? It's like, well, why would you not put your best guy in anyways, regardless? So, yeah. It's like Jaden Daniels probably continues to play other than just re-injuring his elbow. So, he might not play, but yeah. I mean, maybe they're just like, Kenny Pickett, Geno's going to be out for a few weeks. Like, Kenny, you could hold it down. You could hold it down. So, Kenny Pickett's in the game, guys. Kenny Pickett is in the game. Be interested to see how that plays out over the next drive. But the Broncos have taken so much time off the clock off each of their drives. So, yeah, Packers and Bears probably the best game this week. I mean, to be fair, that Dallas-Detroit game was actually pretty good. Plus, the Cincinnati-Buffalo game was crazy. And the Saints-Tampa Bay game was crazy. I just named 3 other games that already happened that are crazy right now. Come on, fan. With that being said, Charlie Kirk just joined the live. He's back from the dead. Andre Hader should lose out in the draft of quarterback. Thank you, Zach. But yeah, so the finger injury, he sustained that on the last drive. It must be like really bad enough that he like cannot throw the ball. Because he was walking just fine. He didn't get hit or anything that I had seen. Especially on a run, a rollout, like something must have really hurt in his 2 fingers that he had hurt. So, yeah, Sunday Night Football, Nationers. We got a special game tonight. We got the Texans versus the Chiefs at Arrowhead. That's going to be a crazy game. Nationers, you know what? For the first time, we're going to stand up. We're going to stand up on the street. I need to stand up here, Nationers. I need to stand up. We're going to stand up for the first time this season. Bo Nix run for RJ Harvey to the right. He breaks it to Landon. Devin White tackle. He's going to get about 4 yards. Heck yeah, Nation. Let's stand up. That's why not? Why not? Let's stand up, baby. Let's stand up a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm liking it. Oh, yeah. Geno got hit. They're showing a replay here. So apparently he did get hit. I didn't really see him get hit.
The locker room just moments ago after toughing
football.
Okay, yeah. So they're gonna have this play. Hold on. Let's see this call here.
Jay Harvey slips a tackle.
Might miss a few plays, but it's fine.
10. AJ has an injury update on Geno. AJ.
Report to Patrick
Geno Smith going into the locker room just moments ago after toughing it out through that last drive. He's now being checked for a right shoulder injury in addition to that right hand he already suffered, and he's questionable to return.
Okay, that's fine.
In the game now.
Anyways, Bo Nix.
Quick pass.
For Patrick Bryant, he's going to get 11 yards. kind of crazy because I saw that Orion thing.
Plays for Bo Nix.
So 11 yards for Patrick Bryant. They get the first down, first and 10.
Yards.
Bo Nix in shotgun, tight end, and running back to his left and behind, respectively. Bo Nix in the flat route for Troutman. He spin moves. He's going to get 5 yards. Oh, yeah, you guys can still hear the game. Sorry. Guys should not be able to hear the game. Guys should not be able to hear the game. By the way, Nation, if you guys are watching on the YouTube stream, make sure to leave a like on the live stream if you guys haven't already. Help support out this channel, helps this stream reach more people, especially over the weeks, especially while we're watching some of these Raiders games. So, with that being said, 2nd and 5 coming up after that Troutman catch. 51 offensive plays for the Denver Broncos. 2nd and 5. Marvin Mims in motion. Shotgun. Bo Nix bouncing. Across the middle for Courtland Sutton. Wide open. Inside the zone. Finds himself just running a seam. Realizes that he did not need to go any further. Sits down. And he is wonderful. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, little 14-yard seam route. Maybe kind of an in a way. It's just like a sit route. Realize that they're in zone. It's one of those things as a wide receiver you got to realize. And yeah, crazy yardage out of that one. That's going to go for 14. Lonnie Johnson in on the tackle there. 1st and 10. Bo Nix in shotgun, pyramid formation, play action. Bo Nix on the run. Tyree Wilson pursuing. He's going to slide. He's going to take the it's technically sacked. A gain of 0 is technically a sack. Technically a sack. Jeremy Chin credited with a sack, which, mind you, it's not a sack really. He gave himself up regardless. But regardless, if he did get sacked and it's, for 0 yards, it still technically is a sack. So, interestingly enough, nonetheless, 2nd and 10 coming up. Gino, again, back in the locker room. Let's see what Bo Nix can do here on this drive. Condensed formation. Darian Porter not going to bail out this time, but it's a run to left. RJ Harvey, he breaks a tackle. Lonnie Johnson not able to get the tackle. The Raiders have given up a lot of broken tackles, mind you. Flag on the play, though. Let's see what they call for this play. It's going to be on the defense, maybe like a hands to the face call. Seems most likely. Maybe a neutral zone infraction, offsides. Max Crosby kind of jumped the line there. To be a holding call on the defense? Okay. Kind of weird, especially on like a run. I don't know if I've seen like a holding call on the defense while it's been a run. Like, I get if it's a pass, but yeah. Interesting call there, I will say. First time, Nations. Week 14, we stand up. Finally. 1st and 10 here. I don't even know what happened. They're looking at Max Crosby for that. Defensive holding on Thomas Booker. Okay. 1st and 10. Princeton in motion. Charles Snowden in on the pursuit on the edge, but gets the ball out. Little Jordan Humphrey. He's going to get a chunk of those back. Yeah, Bo Nix had to immediately step up. It was a blind bootleg, blind play action. Uh-oh, Caleb Williams. Is that a touchdown? Damn! Damn! Crazy touchdown, by the way. 2nd and 4 coming up. That was a crazy touchdown. Wow. Okay. 2nd and 4. Bo Nix in shotgun. 1-by-3 set. Battier moves from left to right. Let's see what can happen here. Troy Franklin. In motion. Looking deep. Oh, could not find Courtland Sutton. Darian Porter in on the pass breakup there. Good for the rookie. He's been picked on a lot, but again, he's guarding a lot of teams' number ones. And on top of that, pretty solid. They have not called these ticky-tacky, just like, hey, we're touching each other fouls, which I kind of appreciated. The Chicago went for 2 and they got it. They convert. 3rd and 4. Let's see what the Raiders could cook up here. Let's see what they could cook up here. 3rd and 4. Bo Nix in shotgun. Bunch left formation. Humphreys in motion to the right. Bo Nix looking right. He finds Courtland Sutton. Oh, man. He finds Courtland Sutton there on the 10-yard out route. It's going to be 1st down He's going to be tackled by Eric Stokes. Not great. Not great. Eric Stokes, you got to bite. Oh, yeah, he knew right away. He knew right away. He goes to the ground, touches him, and he knew right away. He's upset with himself. Got to play a little harder on that one. Knowing that you're inside shade, probably could not do too much, but yeah, unfortunate. Eric Stokes gets beat on 3rd and 4. 1st and 10 coming up for this Broncos offense. They are at the 34-yard line, approaching the end zone, and most importantly, the red zone. Bo Nix in shotgun spread offense, 2x2. We do have a timeout on the field. Okay. We got a timeout by the Denver Broncos. 8:49 left. They call a timeout, and it talks us one over. See what the game plan is for these next few plays. Also, Nationers, the Burger King SpongeBob meal. Got to go try this one out, Nationers. The Krabby Patty formula, cheesy bacon. Goodness. Okay, okay. Cheesy bacon tots actually sounds kind of good. The meal as a whole doesn't sound good, but cheesy bacon tots sounds good. Nationers, how we feeling? How you doing? How are you feeling today, Nationers? How are you feeling today? How are you feeling today? Heck yeah, baby. Heck yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, every time I say oh yeah, I think of Vector. I think of Vector. You know what I mean? I feel like Vector a lot of the times. See, I need to sign to PayPal. I know I have a bunch of money in here that I have not moved. Perfect. Probably move it over. $35 later. Amaze. September 18th. Okay. Despicable Me is a good movie. It is. All of them are so good. Like, all of them are so good. They still have, like, the fun, like... They're really nice. They're honestly really, really nice. I personally really enjoy them a lot. I'm going to transfer that money. Transfer to bank. Transfer in minutes. You know, I'll just transfer in minutes. I don't care. It's $159. I guess it's fine. Me and my mom are going Christmas shopping. I just want to make sure I have that money to go Christmas shopping. By the way, am I showing the game after commercial break, Nick? I am not. I'm just giving play-by-play for the game. Is there somebody behind me right now? I didn't see anyone. Sorry, I didn't see anyone. I did not. Unfortunate. I'll look out though. I'll be on the lookout. So, game break here as we head in after this timeout. The Denver Broncos sitting at the top of the AFC West. It looks like with a win here, and depending on how the Chargers game goes later this week, it'll be interesting to see how that goes. I think the Chargers will probably still end up in a wild card position with the Broncos actually winning the division. But yeah, very interesting. Let's see what we got moving. Just south of the goal. Exactly. McLaughlin with the pitch out to the right. He's going to get about 7 yards. Tackled inbounds. A lot of spin moves. He spammed the spin move button. Tropical Beans, what is good? How are you doing today? Great to see you in here. Yes, it is a very... It's looking like it's going to be a Broncos win. I would not be surprised if they do score here, of course. But 2nd and 2 coming up for the Denver Broncos. McLaughlin subbing out. Subbing out like it's basketball. Let's see. RJ Harvey back up into the game. I formation for the Denver Broncos. Condensed set. Troutman to the left. Tight end Mercedes Lewis to the right. Cortland Sutton. Run for the fullback Princeton. Prentice is his name, like apprentice. Prentice, he gets the call. He's going to get a first down. Good on him. Good to see the fullbacks. Good to see the fullbacks get some love. You know what I mean? Good to see the fullbacks get some love. So, 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos. 7:45 left on the clock. Now, if you're them, just kill the clock. You run the clock out. You know what I mean? You run the clock out. Get this game over with. And especially because we had an early game. This game could very well be over before 4 o'clock. Very well be over before 4 o'clock. So, let's see. If they're them, you just keep running this clock. Boss, thank you so much for sharing the live. Much love. 1st and 10. Bo Nix, deep drop back. Steps up into the pocket. to the right. RJ Harvey sets a block for him. Bo Nix going to tightrope the sideline, and he's going to potentially get a first down. Don't know where they're going to mark him, but I think he did get a first down. He was tightroping the sideline. 1st and 10. Let's see. Maybe he stepped out early. Let's see. Yeah, he stepped out early. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he stepped out early. Not going to be a first down, but a good run nonetheless. Could not tightrope that sideline as good as those professional sideline tightropers. But Bo Nix steps out of bounds twice, and he's going to be marked just short. But luckily, it is only 2nd down now. 2nd and 4. Bo Nix under center. Condensed formation. Marvin Mims in motion. Jet sweep for Marvin Mims. Sets the edge. He's going to be tackled a yard short. About a ball short. 3rd down and short coming up. They're going to probably... Oh, Devin White. Come on. Get up, big dog. Get up, big dog. Devin White shaking up after this one, man. Devin White a little wash, but he's been a leading tackler. He's top 5 in tackles this season. Score alert. Christian Watson, 41-yard touchdown. Oh, my God. 41-yard touchdown for Christian Watson. 3rd and 2 coming up. Troutman and Marvin Mims got to get that figured out. That's a long 3rd and... What? They're marking him at 3rd and 2? That was a long... That spot was really bad. That spot was really, really, really bad. By the way, the Denver Broncos have been killing it in time of possession. They have 35 minutes to the Raiders 18. So let's see what we do here. It's going to bring up 4th down and inches. I think they just do it again, man. I think they just run this one again. They're calling it 4th and 2 again? There's no way he did not get 1 yard. Dude, who is marking these balls? Who is marking these balls, man? Broncos are going to call a timeout here, it looks like. Why are they where are they marking these balls, man? It's absolutely absurd. It is absolutely absurd. Like, I'm generally so confused as to what is going on there. Like, genuinely concerned. Like, genuinely concerned. I don't know. I, like, genuinely don't know what's going on there. I don't know. I do not know. Fourth and 1. Okay, yeah, there was definitely a really bad ball spot, but they use a timeout. That is okay. 4th and 1 for the Denver Broncos. I think this is just going to be a tush push once again. Bo Nix under center. Why are they not crowding the line? Nope. Run up the middle. Oh, I think he's going to get there. He's going to get there. He's going to get the first down. First down at the 12-yard line, so they can get to the 2 to get another first and a new set of downs. First down, I figured it was going to be a run. I'm surprised they didn't, like, QB sneak it and whatnot. Surprised they didn't, but that's okay. They got a lot of linemen to, like, give in the Raiders amount of players. Like, they have 8 linemen in there. And RJ Harvey just needs to find himself a gap. And, yeah, he's in there. He definitely got the yardage, for sure. Especially on 4th and 1, maybe 4th and inches. First down for Bo Nix and this offense. They keep this clock running here. 4 minutes and 45 seconds left. They run it again. RJ Harvey cuts this one back. He's going to get about 3 yards. Oh, man. Boss again. Thank you so much for sharing the live, by the way. Much love. Much love. Raiders gonna get a top 2 pick. They could. It's going to depend on that Giants game. I don't think a lot of people realize that we still have to play the Giants. Because our non-conference is the NFC East. We play the Eagles next week. We play the Giants in week 17. We would also need to lose against the Giants, because if we win against the Giants, they stay ahead of us. The Titans stay ahead of us. Bo Nix into the flat for Prentice. He stumbles out of bounds after a gain of 3. See what they got going on here. Little play action. RJ Harvey chip blocks Max Crosby. Max Crosby down. He's been double teamed so many times this game. Prentice, good fullback, man. He's built like a fullback. Thick, short, stocky. Let's see. By the way, I'm going to watch Mike Wazowski versus Soy tomorrow. I kind of want to. I'm probably going to be streaming then, but we're going to open up some cards, so maybe I'll have it up on like a second screen or something. But 3rd and 3. Bo Nix in shotgun. 4 minutes left. It's off the hands of Cortland Sutton at the back of the end zone across the middle. Cortland Sutton not able to call in his touchdown for the game. Plenty of touchdowns given out today, especially to RJ Harvey. He's got a touchdown. Who else scored? I don't know who else scored. Scoring plays. Yeah, Marvin Mims, RJ Harvey. Oh, yeah. And then the QB rush. Yeah, that's right. I forgot there was a punt return. Meg, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realest community on the internet. They are going to attempt a Will Lutz field goal here. What's happening to Franklin? They haven't really thrown to him at all today. They've thrown to him maybe once or twice. One of them just being on a jail screen, which isn't much, but I think also having Marvin Mims back does not help his stock. I like Trey Franklin because obviously you have that connection, but they have just not been able to get anything going. They've not been able to get anything going, especially for these past few weeks. It's been really rough just to see them connect, or like a ball just hit Troy Franklin's hands on like a deep ball and he has leverage and just not able to haul it in. So yeah, it's not ideal, especially with where Troy Franklin's at. But yeah, he has not gotten like any catching this game. I swear. He's been targeted 4 times. He's got 3 receptions for 11 yards. So not a crazy amount. But yeah, Smith, questionable return. Bo Nix, he's got 31 attempts or 31 completions on 38 attempts. It's a pretty good completion percentage. Hey Siri, what's 31 divided by, no, I know this. It's basically 30 divided by 40. So that's 75%. It's a little higher than that because it's minus 2 plus 1. It's about 78%. Hey Siri, what is 31 divided by 38? 81%. Thank you. Was really liking the Franklin Bryant combo. Don't know why we changed it. Yeah, I like it too. I mean, Marvin Mims being in there, it's a little interesting. I think also, I don't think it's a forever thing. I think they're also looking at like, hey, the Raiders, like, not that they're like, oh, we need to give our guys rest, but yeah, try some different game plans, see how they work. This is a team that you could probably do that on with minimal effort. Have a whole game plan and a system for it, and not have to worry about like, oh my gosh, like this is a must win. Because here's the thing, the Broncos have some crazy games coming up. They have the Chargers and Chiefs to end off the season. They also have the Texans, if I'm not wrong. No, they already played the Texans. They have who else do they have? They have they have all playoff. The Packers next week. They have the Jags the week after. They have all playoff teams to end off the season. I mean, other than the Chiefs, but like it's a conference game. Like you're probably treating it like a playoff game regardless. So it is one of those things where, yeah, try some new stuff. Like see how they've been rotating and cycling through Battier, McLaughlin, Harvey at running back. And so, yeah, absolutely, Nathan. I think it's going to be these huge 4 weeks are going to be very huge. I think Jacksonville's Jaguars, the Jaguars defense is going to be an interesting one to see. Packers, I think you guys could scrape by with a win. I think you guys very well could, especially with your defense being as good, and your secondary being good against some of their receivers over in Green Bay. But then you're looking at the Chargers. You're like, you kind of hope you win that one, especially given how that was in the early part of the season in week 3. I mean, you lose a close one, 23-20. So, yeah, the Raiders get the ball. Raheem Mostert, touchback in the end zone here. Hey, Eon, thank you. I appreciate that, my guy. Much love out to you. 07 up to you. Thank you so much for the kind words. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Welcome to the nation. Welcome to the realest community on the internet. But yeah, even like Nathan Bush, I agree. It's going to really show like Denver the world. It's going to show the world. Denver is going to have to show the world that they are a legit playoff team. Mind you, again, I am high up on their defense. The defense today has looked pretty good. Mind you, again, it's just a Raiders. So it's like, what do you really look at it much? Like a lot of teams look really good against this Raiders offense. But the other side of it is, yeah, you have 4 playoff teams that you're going to be finishing off the season with. So, yeah, try some new stuff against this team. Might as well. But I'm thinking that I think that Patrick Bryant will have to step up big within these next 4 weeks. Evan Ingram, who's coming off a career high or a season high, that is, in targets and receptions from last game against the Commanders. And I know it's like the Broncos, like they barely scraped a win against the Commanders. You know, they come back against the Giants, like 2 really bad teams in the NFC East. Like, I understand why people are like, man, they could barely get a win. Yeah, the offense isn't like that too amazing. Like, they're not that bad. Like, they can definitely go score. They can put together drives. You know, they're a highly potent offense when they actually are hitting, but the defense is one of those things that's carried them. You look at the Texans, their offense is kind of mid, right? But then their defense is elite. Their defense is fucking elite, man. Their linebackers, their secondary, they are elite. They have a very good defense, right? You look at like the Seahawks, they have a maybe not as good of a defense as those teams that I just mentioned, but their defense is still top 5, if not top 7, given like, you know, maybe a few teams, of course, maybe I'm not thinking of right now, but top 5, I would say. And then on top of that, their offense is also pretty good. So you have like a top 10 and a top 10. They look pretty good. But yeah, most definitely today's game is the only shot we had to get our offense right. Yeah, this is like a game where you're working out the kinks. You know, you had a great offensive drive. You score for the first time in your past 10 first opening drives, and you're up 24-7, especially after a big punt return. So like 17-7, like not a highly potent offensive day, but you kind of don't need to. But you did. You had a drive. You did what you did. And also, by the way, Tropical Beans, who do you think is going to be in the Super Bowl? It's a great question. Kenny Pickett in the game here in shotgun, finds Tyler Lockett in the flat route, just off the hands. 1st and 10 turns into 2nd and 10 off the hands. Kenny Pickett trying to gain that confidence back. He's had a few miscues. Been able to throw the ball pretty quick, but does not get a whole lot of play time. Geno Smith, like I mentioned, is questionable return with a shoulder injury. So we might get a few games of Kenny Pickett depending on how severe that shoulder injury is. However, Nationers, let me answer your question here in a split second, Tropical Beans. Now, at the beginning of the season, I had the Broncos versus the Eagles, I believe. I have to look back at my screenshots. But I believe I had the Broncos versus the Eagles here. Do you put the game on? Unfortunately, I do not, Colby. Raheem Mostert in motion. No PI. Yes, they're going to call PI on Patrick Surtain. Tyler Lockett, the intended receiver. He gets tripped up on the backside by Patrick Surtain. And that is going to be a PI. A second one by Patrick Surtain, I believe. Why is my files aren't opening up? Anywho, is Geno starter in today's game? He is Chucky. Kenny Pickett is just in because Geno had a finger injury. He played with it, but he got tackled and what is it? His injured his shoulder, it looked like. He kind of landed it with like an open arm. So might have a little AC sprain of some sort. Let me see my screenshots here. I'll get you. These were my preseason predictions, okay? So my screenshots, let me see if I can find them here. Should be able to find them. They're pretty easy to find. Let's see who I had preseason here. Kenny Pickett in shotgun finds Jack Betch at the numbers. He's going to be tackled after a gain of 6. Let's see who I had here. Yeah, so my preseason were Broncos versus the Eagles, with the Broncos winning. Kenny Pickett looking deep at the numbers. He finds Jack Betch. Now, mind you guys, I know a lot of people are going to be like, man, Kenny Pickett's looking good. Here's the thing. When you drop so many people back, the percentage of you actually getting a big play is a lot higher than if you actually just guarded down. You see this a lot in 2-minute drills. Everyone drops back. Kenny Pickett is going to take a sack, another sack, this time for Nick Bonito, one of my favorite players in terms of names and playing. So I know a lot of people are going to be like, man, he's gotten like 2, really good 10+ yard plays. But again, if everyone's dropping back, any team could do this, guys. Any team could do this. Any person can get 15-yard plays, especially given that everyone drops back. They're rush 4. They find Brock Bowers. Sternad in on the tackle. It's going to be a first down. Cross the middle. I think Brock Bowers did a little inside to out, got Sternad off balance there. Here we go. Kenny Pickett, deep drop back, deep ball. He finds the rookie, Jackson. Oh my gosh, the second string, 2 gloves. Kenny finds Shareek Jackson. They don't even have a name. They're not even showing a name on the replay. They're just like, this is the dude. The disrespect. They get a touchdown though, Nationers. Not going to be enough though. Gonna have to get an onside kick here. But yeah, you predicted the Broncos in the bowl preseason. Crazy prediction. Not even me a fan. Yeah, I predicted them to be the 2 seed. Mind you, I also did not have like the Patriots in there, of course. Like I did not think the Patriots, I thought they would be a slightly improving. I didn't think that they would be like, you know, playoff contention right away. But I mean, also their schedule has been bleakly easy given the teams that they played. So yeah, even with that, Nations, one of the things that what is it? By the way, Shareek Jackson just got activated off the practice squad this week. And he catches a touchdown in his first game, man. And he catches a touchdown in his first game. Mind you, one thing that I did like about Kenny Pickett on that drive in particular was he got the ball out fast. He got the ball out fast. He looked at something, even if it was incomplete, he didn't wait for something to manifest. He got it out quick, which I did appreciate because sometimes Geno holds on to the ball a little bit too long. Mind you, Kenny Pickett 1-2 looks and was out. Something that he did a lot even in Pittsburgh. It was 1-2 and out. So yeah, good touchdown there. But yeah, so I thought the Eagles would probably go back to Super Bowl, lose this time. That was my preseason prediction. So that was before preseason. I don't exactly remember when that screenshot was like taken, but that was what I had. That was that was the day before. Yeah, so that was this screenshot is on September 6th. Thought we struggled with our offense, which I guess wasn't wrong, but we still win somehow. Yeah, I mean, mind you, you could have lost to the Giants. Like, that could have been a loss. You very well could have lost the Raiders in week 10. Like, you could be 8-4 right now. But, I mean, sometimes it is just a little bit of luck. Sometimes those one-score games that you come out victorious. I mean, you look at the Chiefs last season, they were undefeated in one-score games. Like, even the Raiders, in a lot of their games throughout the 2020s, they were in one-score games a lot of the time, and they still came out on top, a good 75% of the time. And now you look at the Chiefs, they don't get their way. I think a lot of that has to do with refereeing, some of the calls that they get late. I mean, mind you, they're still a good team, don't get me wrong, but in those one-score games when the refs aren't helping you get yardage, it definitely matters. And I think one of the big things in terms of that is those one-score games. Very one-score games. You look at something like the Tampa Bay Bucks. Like, they have been in some really close games. Early on in the season, they were, 4-0, 5-1. And, now those one-score games kind of don't go their way. They lost against the Saints today. They've also had a very brutal schedule, but they still sit at 7-6. They could also be a 4-9 team based on some of those game-winning drives. You know what I mean? So yeah, the rookie, Shareek Jackson, man. Shareek Jackson. I really liked Shareek Jackson in preseason. I thought he had some really good games, especially him and Cam Miller. I think the future is bright for him. But Raiders' last successful onside kick was in December 10th of 2017. This one gets a good bounce. Oh, come on! Come on! Onside kick! Please, please, please. Troutman touched it. Oh my gosh, dude. Troutman touched it. Somehow came up with the ball, man. Don't know how he did. That's okay. So what that means, Nation, is that we're probably going to get a few run plays here. The Raiders are going to call their timeouts. See if they can get a first down for the Broncos. After that, that game is over. There's 2:17 left right now, by the way. Big Kemp. But yeah, also, Eon, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I also had the Colts winning one game. I had the Saints going 0-17. I had a lot of teams being really bad. I thought the Colts were going to be ass. Because their defense is it's surprisingly, because they've had a good running back, but the run defense has always been buns. And I feel like a lot of the, I think a lot of it in terms of the Colts, preseason, when I was thinking about it, I was man, they always give up 100+ yards in running. People are just going to eat them alive. I thought the Tennessee Titans were also going to be a lot better than they were this year, too. So, I can't toot my own horn. Like, I predicted the Broncos to be pretty good, but... And mind you, that was just basically matchup. Like, I saw, like, they're playing the Giants. They probably beat the Giants, you know? Mind you, they could have lost to it earlier, but... Yeah, by the way, Alex Bobian, is this Ashton Gentie's fault or the O-line? 100% the O-line's fault. Ashton Gentie, like, every single time, probably on half of his carries, he's gotten hit right at the line of scrimmage. I think his furthest run of the day is like 4 yards. If I'm not wrong. I could be wrong on that, but I've seen a lot of... I had not seen a 4-yard gain in a long time. Yeah, long of 6. 100% the O-line. He's had to cut everything back. Do you think they draft... next draft, so this next draft, do they go O-line? It could. It very well could. I think one of the things that I've mentioned a lot and harped on a lot is what do they do with Geno's contract? He's on a huge contract. He just signed an extension in the offseason. So he's on the last year of his deal from Seattle with the trade. Now we have signed him for 2 more years. What does that look like? What does that look like? I don't really know. I think it really depends on what they do with Geno. I think him being banged up late in the season really hurts his stock for a lot of other teams. So I think as the Raiders, you have to have a conversation. You have to take on that dead money by waiving him, cutting him essentially. And by doing that, Alex, I think one of the big things, thank you so much for hitting that follow button, by the way, is that if you're cutting Geno, then you have to draft a quarterback regardless. O-line has not been too, mind you, they have taken a huge step back from last year. Like, the O-line actually looked decently good last year. Mind you, we're without 2 of our star linemen right now, and Colton Miller at left tackle, and Jackson Bowers-Johnson at right guard. Technically our center. He should be our center. But, yeah, it is one of those things that I know a lot of non-fans are going to look at and be like, that O-line is awful. They are pretty bad. Don't get me wrong. But they're also missing 2 of their star guys. Colton Miller going out is a bad loss, man. You cannot run to the left side with Stone Forsythe there. Bo Nixon shotgun, just going to take the sack. Easy. Just take the sack, man. By the way, Alex, thank you so much for the 6 roses and the 1 donut and the 23 roses on top of that. And so with that, I think O-line could be a priority, but you draft Caleb Rogers, who's still developing, had not played most of the season. I think he's going to be a fine guard. You know, maybe move on from Dylan Parham. The one thing is, I don't think you really need to draft a whole bunch of linemen this season, at least in this next draft, primarily because there's going to be so many linemen in free agency that you could actually go out and go get with a little bit of money and be like, hey, we just drafted a quarterback. Our line is healthy now. Would you like to join us and try and actually make a playoff push? I think that's a huge incentive for a lot of people. Because Raiders right now, they're in a little bit of a purgatory standpoint. It's not about offering money. It's like players don't really want to play for teams that are kind of bad. And I think with a move where you draft a quarterback, you keep the O-line you have, you go out in free agency and go get linemen, I think that's a better route. Because then you're like, oh man, like there are a lot of people that want to go play for a rookie quarterback, somebody with high potential. We've seen that a lot with Caleb Williams. We're seeing that a lot with Cam Ward, and we probably will see that a lot next year, especially with them having a high draft pick. So I think in general, you could probably go out to free agency and grab some, because I think veterans who already know the game are probably a lot better than rookies with a lot of potential who don't know the game as much. Mind you, it takes a lot of years to be a really, really, really good lineman, but a lot of linemen also make their impact year 1. A lot of them do. Offensively, defensively, but just importantly, I think it's important to note there's a lot of O-line in this free agency class, so it'll be good. So Nationers, 2-minute warning here, Nationers. Giants actually move up to the #1 pick. By the way, I have $800 invested in Ashton Gentie. That's why. That's fair, Alex. I think Ashton Gentie, he's a great running back. He knows a lot about the game, pass protecting, catching back. Like he's very versatile. A lot of it is that O-line though. A lot of it is that O-line. So yeah, Jets might actually have 2 really good picks, because the Colts don't actually hold their first-round pick because they traded with the Jets. And Indianapolis might slowly start falling off. I don't know what their schedule looks like, but it slowly might start falling off a little bit. Here we go, Nationers. 2-minute warning. Let's give these nice comms for the under 2-minute report. 1 minute and 56 seconds. 2nd and 15. Bo Nix under center. McLaughlin in the game. Stretch out to the right. McLaughlin cuts it back. He's going to get some positive yardage. He's going to get about 3 yards on that. The Raiders called their second timeout. The Raiders call a second timeout here. Yeah, Denver's going to move to 11-2 here. Jacksonville at 9-4. Pittsburgh at 7-6, still trying to keep that winning record alive. But Buffalo, 9-4. The Chargers need to win tomorrow if they want to end up at 9-4. Or they could end up at 8-5. But Houston also needs to win. Kansas City can still squirm their way into the playoffs, but chances are very unlikely. Miami's somehow still in the hunt. Kind of crazy to think that they're still in the hunt at 6-7. Man, records are never going to be the same, man. Records are never going to be the same. Anywho, 3rd and 11 coming up. Let's see what they could do here. After that Bo Nix sack on first down. 1 minute 50 on the clock. Battier with the run. He's going to get a huge chunk of those back. He's going to get 7. 4th down coming up. Now the Raiders are going to get the ball with about a minute left in the game, pretty much. Not even the quarter. I mean, it is the quarter, but it's about a minute left in the game after the punt. Let's see if they do punt. Are they going to punt? They're probably not. They're going to take this clock all the way down, and they're going to call a timeout. They got one more timeout to use, so they're probably going to use it before they lose it. So, also want to thank you guys so much for watching on the YouTube channel. If you guys haven't already, go subscribe to the Jared Hathaway Plus YouTube channel. Just look up Jared Hathaway Plus or Jared Hathaway Raiders Rebuild. I guarantee you will find it. Nonetheless, who are you? What is happening? Is that in the song? I don't know. Anywho, yeah, Denver has a huge schedule coming up. Like I mentioned, the Packers, Jags, Chiefs, and Chargers in that order, respectively. The Raiders have a decently hard schedule as well. They have the Eagles next week. Then they have the Houston Texans, so 2 great defenses. On top of that, they have the Giants in Week 17 and are at home against the Chiefs. So, very interesting to see how that ends up. But Nationers, make sure to hit that follow button and subscribe because I will be bringing play-by-play to each one of those games as they happen. So you guys get to enjoy the games in case you're at work, traveling, whatever it is. You guys get to enjoy the play-by-play for the Raiders games. Now, with that being said, 4th and 3, they did take the timeout. Do they go for this? Do they ice the game? They probably do. I think that's probably what they do here. You think they're going to keep Kenny in? It depends on the severity. The hard part is Gino had a finger injury from some cleats. He played through it just fine. But then the other side of it is they had shoulder injury. I think he might be out for a week, depending on the severity. But I think he'll still be in regardless. Regardless of how Kenny Pickett played that last drive. Anywho, run up the middle for RJ Harvey. He needs 3. He's not going to get it. But I guess that kind of is a little bit better for the Broncos in this situation. Only because they get the stop on 4th down. So the Raiders are going to get the ball with 58 seconds left. But they have 0 timeouts. And they're also at the Raiders 30-yard line. So not great field position here for them. So they still have to drive. I think that's still the right call. I don't think you take the field goal because then you can allow them to kick the ball back. You're up 10. It's a 2-score game anyways. You kick the field goal. It's still a 2-score game. But yeah, Perez, I'm with you there. But I think that's one of those things that's going to happen. Anywho, 3-by-1 set. Jack Betts, a single receiver to the right. Kenny Pickett, 1st and 10. Raheem Mostert in the game. Raheem Mostert, flip pass out to the boundary. He's going to be tackled out of bounds. Very nice. 52 seconds left on the clock. 2nd down coming up. Raheem Mostert, who's been great in these situations. The rookie Barron gets the tackle. 2nd and 7 coming up. Kenny Pickett, we're going to need a deep ball here. Going to need a deep ball. Let's see what we got. 3-by-1 set again. Kenny Pickett, cross the middle, hit Jack Betts. Nice, he hits him. Jack Betts, legacy game. Jack Betts going to be tackled inbounds. 3rd down coming up. Have not got the 1st down, did not get out of bounds. 40 seconds left. Here we go. Jack Betts, single receiver to the left. Tyler Lockett joining him. 2-by-2 set. Kenny Pickett's. Nobody's on the line of scrimmage on the left. Are they going to call an illegal formation? They're not. They get a little rub right on the bottom. They don't get it. Kenny Pickett's runs. Is he going to slide? He does. No fake slides this time. 1st down, Kenny Pickett. They got to spike it. They're going to spike it. 20 seconds. 1st and 10. Raiders. Kenny Pickett under center. Spikes it. What do they do here? What do they do? They could take a shot out of bounds. They could take a shot across the middle. They could still clock it. They could still clock it. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do, Nationers. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do here. Bowers is out there, Chris. Yes. Just taking a lay down. Here we go. Kenny Pickett in shotgun. 1-by-3 set. Raheem Mostert to his left. Kenny Pickett. Deep drop back. Steps up into the pocket. Rolling out right. He finds a wide open Tyler Lockett. I don't think there's going to be enough time. There might be a penalty. Yes, they throw a penalty. Yes, they throw a penalty. The Raiders are going to get one more shot here, Nationers. Jones. He was laying on Tyler Lockett. Like, he laid on him once after the tackle a little long, but then he kept on him. So it is going to be called for a personal foul, unfortunately. Not necessarily what you want to see. Brandon Jones, a safety out of Texas. Technically, is a delay a game on the defense because you don't allow the person to get back in advance or at least get the ball spiked. Which, mind you, I don't think they would have, but he laid on him a little bit too long. He kind of just stayed on him. So Brandon Jones going to head to the sideline. And now, Nationers, the Raiders have a 1st and 10 coming up. They're going to take the field goal here, Nationers. Okay. Okay. Come on now. Let's see what the Raiders can do here. 1st and 10. The Raiders are going to take a 46-yard field goal. Let's see what happens. Daniel Carlson down the middle. And it is good. It is good, Nationers. Wow. So a lot closer of a game than I thought. I said that this game was going to be 21-17. I might have actually predicted the score. I did say 24-17 at one point, but I don't know if that was like my final prediction. So with that being said, Nationers, Denver takes the #1 seed in the AFC simply because of strength of schedule. Just to put that in perspective, Denver has a .439 strength of schedule, whereas the New England Patriots only have a .37. So, Nationers, Denver takes the #1 seed back. Kind of crazy, Nationers. But regardless, Nationers, what a crazy game. No, Tommy, they put Kenny Pickett in because Geno went out with a shoulder injury. So that wasn't like by choice. That wasn't like a thing that they made a choice of, if that makes sense. They were like, oh, Geno, I'm so sorry, but Kenny Pickett is going to go in. Like, that wasn't by a choice. That was just simply because he got injured and had to go back to the locker room. So, yeah, Kenny Pickett's, wow, kind of crazy. I was trying to put $20 on it. But yeah, he should be in. He's better than Geno. That's okay to believe that. It's okay to believe that, Jeremy. Your opinion is valid. Your opinion is very valid. Granted, I think that Geno's shoulder injury will probably put him out a week, I would say. Plus, we're facing the Eagles, like Kenny Pickett revenge game. Like, you can't write a better script than that. You know what I mean? That's exactly what I'm saying. By the way, no name. At this point, losing is a win. It really is. We move up higher into the, or we at least stay even with the teams that we need to stay even in terms of draft. I love it. And the one big thing is that we have a game against the Giants. We also move up against the Tennessee Titans. I did not think that we were going to, but yeah, apparently it is because of strength of schedule. Apparently. So we actually move up to the 2 seed. But again, I don't think the Giants draft a quarterback. I don't think Tennessee drafts a quarterback. And the Jets won last week, so they're out of there. The Cleveland Browns, they won against us, so they're out of there. So the big game is really week 17 against the Giants. It really is. That's going to be the big game to see when the Raiders, because that's going to be the #1 overall pick, like draft. And mind you, let's see the Giants. I don't actually know what the Giants' schedule looks like. I'm sure they have a few divisional matchups left. They have the Vikings next week, guys. Like, that could be a, so they play the Commanders next weekend. Then they play the Vikings. It's like, that's a game that they could actually win. Like, that is that crazy to say? Like, that is a game that they could win. Aren't you the Vikings blow out the Commanders? The Commanders, they're also playing this next week. Like, the Giants could also win that game, the next game, and also against us. And, but again, could be pretty crazy. I would have liked to see Cleveland actually win against Tennessee. I would have liked to see that. So it's unfortunate that they didn't, especially late. Like, it's mine if it's a blowout, but I'm glad that the Saints won. Glad that the Saints won, by the way. Because that is, yeah, that is pretty solid, pretty good. But yeah, man, we got some heavy teams. I do want to look at, oh, Chicago is back even, Nationers. So we need to tune into this game for a split second. We need to tune into this game for a split second here, Nationers. The Green Bay Bears game is even right now. It is even. It is a tie ball game. 21-21 in Chicago. Chicago just kicked the ball back. Just kicked the ball back. Kind of crazy. Why can I not find this game? There we go. There we go. Let's see. What about that Rams game? 45-17. Holy hell. Hi, Munch. Man, Puka, Blake Cora, man. How's Devontae doing? 29. Yeah, they're just getting all those third-string guys out there, man. Yeah, so we got a touchdown out of Colston Loveland from the 1 yard line after a field goal by Cairo Santos. This game's getting close, guys. That 2-point conversion definitely helps a ton. Definitely helps a ton. But yeah, Nation, what are your thoughts on the game? Packers, again, still predicted to win this game, but run to the right for Josh Jacobs for 11 yards. Kind of crazy, man. Kind of crazy that they might actually, this game is actually pretty close, let me tell you. Let me tell you, it is a pretty close game. I know the Packers, I'm high up on the Chicago Bears team. I know a lot of people, or at least analysts, are like, oh, they're, one of those teams that might not make the playoffs. Mind you, they have a situation that they might actually not make the playoffs, and that's kind of crazy to say, given the wild card. Because if they don't win their division, if they don't win the NFC North, there is a very realistic chance that they do not make it in. It's even the wild card, which is kind of crazy. So actually, let me look at the NFL playoff picture right now. What does that look like? Jaden Reed back in there. Yeah, so let's say, in theory, let's say Green Bay wins, right? Green Bay wins today's game, okay? They're 9-3-1. That means Chicago would be 9-4. Green Bay would then supersede, and they would go up to the 2 seed. Then the Chicago Bears would move back down to either the 6th or 7th seed. Now, who's in the hunt? That's the other process that I need to figure out. Let's see. NFL is clearly rigged for who, Bob? NFL playoff picture. I just need to find the NFC side of things. It's going to take me to the same website. No. Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's like the Lions could also make a push. The Panthers could also make a push. Yeah, that's going to be a tough NFC out. Someone on the Raiders had them at +8. That's an interesting one. I mean, that is a delay a game penalty every day. If you're laying on a guy, I've only ever seen it called handful of other times, but if you're clearly laying on a guy after the tackle and not getting up, is the delay of game penalty, unfortunately. Anywho, Jordan Love here. Little flip pass out to Josh Jacobs on 2nd and 8. He's going to break a tackle. He gets about 6 yards of that back. Nation, we're not going to watch too much of that game, but Nationers, make sure to hit that follow button in case you guys haven't already. Join the Nation today by doing so. I need to go get a workout for my 75 hard. I hope that you guys get to enjoy a little bit of the Raiders play-by-play. If you guys missed out on it, Nations, we will be live next week at a 10 o'clock game against the Eagles doing play-by-play. So with that being said, can't wait to see what Rosie Takes has to say on Instagram. Make sure to hit that follow button. Make sure to subscribe to Jared Hathaway Plus. Go buy some brand new merch. Nationmerch.com, by the way, Nationers. Let me play you guys a little intro of it and all of that good stuff. I'll play you guys a little something. News. Good evening, Nationers. I'm your host, Chachi Ramirez. There is a breaking story coming out of Spokane Valley, Washington tonight. Authorities are reporting that there is a widespread epidemic involving an individual named Jared Hathaway. He was last seen on the corner of a line and hallway wearing a blue hoodie. Currently, right now, the situation is unpredictable. Oh. Okay. I'm being told that the outbreak originated at nationermerch.com, and civilians were apparently told to use code EARLYBIRD to get 15% off of their order. Right. Oh, the experts? The experts are also confirming that there are 7 unique designs that are currently on the site. T-shirts are $25, long sleeves are $30, you could buy stickers. Oh, and the infamous blue hoodie is $40. Forensic analysts also confirmed that this epidemic began on November 26th of 2025, and merch orders could reach the tens to hundreds within the next few days. We'll let you know more as this story develops. And cut! Perfect. Want me one of those hoodies? Go buy the merch, nationmerch.com. Woo! I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. 07 and peace.